at me now, I'm flying so high. I can see the whole world. Look at me now, I'm ready for victory. It's my time, my turn. Hero, oh, oh, oh. When we'll rise for the ceiling, yeah. Hero, oh, oh, oh. We'll take flight, push the limit, yeah. Hero, oh, oh, oh.
Happy Sunday, mga kapuso. Still coming to you live all the way from the Philoil Eco-Oil Center in San Juan City. And we are live on GTV. Magandang hapon po sa lahat ng nanonood sa kanilang mga telebisyon at online din sa NCAA Philippines sa channel sa YouTube. And please like our page on Facebook. And please follow us on Twitter, formerly known as Twitter, now known as X, GMA Sports PH, and also like our page on Facebook. And greeting everybody worldwide, so GMA Pinoy TV, GMA News TV International, and GMA Network.com. 2 games down, 1 to go, and the Sunday triple header in your NCAA Season 99. Earlier today, the EAC Generals fall victim to the San Sebastian Golden Stags 86-70. Raymart Escobedo was the best player of that game, top scoring with 23 points, 3 boards, and 3 steals. Then, just earlier today, the Perpetual Altas clinching win number 3, dealing the 3-time defending champions, the Letran Knights, their 7th loss in as many games, still winless this season. Final score was 74-59. And up ahead, it will be our 3rd and final game ngayong linggo, October 15th, and it will be the Benilde Blazers, the streaking hot Blazers, 3-3 against the 1-5 Arellano University Chiefs. Happy Sunday. Good afternoon. Double A. Will it be double trouble? We don't know yet. Andre and Andre. Andre Felix on the call. And with me is Andre Paras. Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Should I call you Kuya Bear, Papa Bear?
Kuya, or just call Andre, then let's see what happens. Tingnan natin. Pero ako, based on studies, basta Andre, pogi yan.
Ayan.
Maniwala kayo
sa kanya
sa
na
akin.
po nang galing yan. Bati ka muna, Andre, sa ating mga viewers this Sunday.
Hello sa ating mga viewers, and of course, another amazing weekend for college basketball. So I'm so excited, so let's get into it.
Let's go. And now let's bring in 2 more members of our team. We will be hearing from them, but there they are. Ayan. Posing muna, Lizelle Nervous will be doing courtside duties for the Benilde Blazers. Then Stephanie Benito will also do the courtside chores para naman sa Arellano University Chiefs. Let's take a look at our updated team standings. Andre, earlier I said some games where EAC was defeated by San Sebastian. Hence, San Sebastian now is up 3-4, tied with Perpetual 3-4, 7-8. And then if we take a look, the Benilde Blazers tried to crawl up the team standings. 3 wins, 3 losses against Arellano, who has the solo 9th spot at 1-5.
Yes, and talking about today's game, alam naman natin that Benilde Blazers had a rocky start from being 1-3, pero they're coming from a back-to-back win. So masasabi lang natin dyan is they could be having the confidence they've always wanted. They've got that momentum going. And going dito naman sa Arellano, yes, 1-5 sila, but watching their game last Friday, para sa akin, I saw a lot of great things that happened from that game, which I'm also excited to talk about dito sa ating pregame.
Pasadahan natin yan. Unahin na muna natin itong Benilde Blazers, who had a few days rest because their last game was held last Wednesday, October 10th, when they dealt Perpetual another loss, 86-80. Benilde is the #1 scoring team now in NCAA Season 99, close to 83 points a game, 82.5 to be exact. Mix Oxon, 19 points, was 2 of 7 from downtown, 5 boards, 2 assists, all in 29 minutes. Will Gozum, the reigning league MVP, had a quiet outing as he only saw 18 minutes of action, just 6 points and 4 boards. But this is to bank on what you said. This is the tail end of a back-to-back kumbaga wins para sa Benilde Blazers. They're trying to go 3 in a row if they beat itong Arellano Chiefs today.
And then what's something that stands out right now is yung bench points. Grabe, 44 points to Benilde, 20 points to Perpetual. But talking about Benilde, since sila ngayon may game today, you can see how unselfish they are playing together. And a lot of things, a lot of great things happened during that game. Mainly, they started the game by controlling the pace. Kasi usually alam natin, once Benilde gets, they all, ay maganda doon. May meron sila mga green light kay coach. Any of them can shoot from the outside or go inside. But when I watched the game, yung maganda talaga no, they were controlling the pace. And you can see talaga that everyone was doing their best in adjusting. So there are times, ang ganda ng depensa.
Yeah.
They're looking to go inside. Kung na-depensa naman from sa labas, obviously doon sila sa labas lalaro.
Well, earlier today, Lizelle Nerves, whom I said is doing courtside duties for Benilde, and she was able to get the ins and outs from the streaking Benilde Blazers. Let's bring her in for her pre-game report. Lizelle, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Andre. And Andre, during their lengthy break, the Benilde Blazers had a mass and a blessing during last Friday at the chapel of the Atrium campus of Benilde, wherein they reflected on their humble beginnings this season as they now strive to be consistent in their 3 consecutive wins as they take charge against the Perpetual Altas and the San Sebastian Golden Stags. What a way to start their Sunday game, right, Andre and Andre?
Well, that's good, yes. Right, and Lizelle, and the guy that we will be speaking about in just a bit is a big cause kung bakit ang ganda ng nilalaro ng Benilde in their past 2 games. We'll get back to Lizelle in just a bit. Let's talk about the graduating senior, his 5th year in the NCAA. Let's go back to his previous game. That man right there wearing jersey number 7, Robbie Niven, 22-year-old team captain, has been averaging 14.5 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 3.5 assists. If we go back to their last game, he was a big factor, especially in that second half, in the 3rd quarter. And he didn't miss a free throw, Andre. All in 24 minutes, 20 points. He has only started 1 game this season, so he's been very effective coming off the bench.
And speaking of Benilde's best, ito talaga yung tama dyan. Look, 7 out of 7 from the free throw. Talk about that close game, talk about crucial moments, and very deserving for him to be mentioned kasi nga last year na nga rin niya, 20 points, career high. Just for me to talk about quickly about his game. We all know him as someone who facilitates the court, but when the time comes for him to produce, he will produce. He will attack that basket. And ang ganda doon na sometimes napapansin ko kapag may broken play, he is fast to think, he's fast to counter the defense. So I'm really excited. Yun nga, ito na nga yung matchup niya already, mabibilis sila. So let's see what Robbie can bring out.
At gusto kong dagdagan yan because we've been banking on the fact na wala na nga sina JC Cuellar, Jimboy Pastoran, and that leader, Robbie Nive, has emerged coming off the bench to be that kumbaga stabilizer para dito sa Benilde. And Lizelle, let's bring back Lizelle again. And you were able to speak to Robbie Nive, tama?
Yes, I did. I spoke to the one and only team captain of the Benilde Blazers, Robbie Nive, who scored 20 points during their last game and perfect from the free throw line. But these skills did not come easy for this player from Davao. He did mention to me that his father was a great influence because he always emphasizes on the importance of having these skills. There will become a time wherein they would go and have some extra free throw shooting, and he wouldn't be allowed to go back home until he would reach a certain mark. But it looks like the discipline that he got from his dad's lessons are now really paying off, right, Andre and Andre?
Well, it is really paying off, Lizelle. Thank you so much. It's really nice also to credit his father to the way he's been playing Robbie Nive. I'm just really happy for this kid. Let's talk about the other team, the Benilde Blazers, that they'll be facing the Arellano Chiefs, and they lost to EAC just by 3, though. Arellano had that 74-71 lead, and then EAC's King Gortiza made back-to-back threes to put his team ahead. 77-74 with a minute remaining in the 4th. The Chiefs had a chance to tie that game, Andre, at the buzzer. Jay Talampas, though, missing on a tough 3-point attempt with JP Maguliano defending him. But let's talk about this previous game. Of course, Arellano, as you said, they won 1 game, but they keep on going. They keep on going, and this is a team that can surprise everybody, especially the tail end of the first round, and who knows, in the second round as well.
And speaking of so much surprises, there are 4 players in 4 Gs in double digits. We have Talampaso at 20 points, Valencia 16 points, Ongatang with 10, and Kapulong with 10. And just shows you how unselfish also Arellano is, and they will do everything to get inside that paint. And I'm really surprised and actually excited kasi para sa akin, this is a perfect matchup for CSB kasi Arellano really loves to run. So if you guys are fans of track and field, manood kayo today kasi I'm sure this is gonna be a running game, takbuhan to, and of course, all out ang labanan ngayon.
Let's bring in Stephanie Benito for her first report on the Chiefs. Good afternoon. Happy Sunday to you, Stephanie.
Good afternoon, Andre and Andre. We are already approaching the second round of this season, and the Arellano Chiefs can still bounce back, but they're all very aware that they have to do it as soon as possible. Kaya nga importante ang big steps na ginagawa ng ating mga veterans to help steer the team up. Kaya nga kahit may iniinda itong ilan sa ating mga veterans, sina Danny Malyari, team captain Danny Malyari, na may iniinda on his left knee. At ito namang si Jay Talampas on his right foot, according to physical therapist Alex Quinto, eh hindi ito maging hadlang for them to show and set an example to the rookies. Sa pinakita naman last game ni Jay Talampas. Right, Andre?
Well, yeah, right on cue. Thank you for bringing Jay Talampas to the conversation, Stephanie. Dahil we'll go back. He was almost a hero. As I said, he almost could have put Arellano back on the win column, get their second win. He had a great game, though. 20 points, 4 out of 6 from 3. And he's averaging 12 per game, 12 points per game, 5 rebounds per game, 1 assist this season, all in 18 minutes a game in his final season. This season 99. And now, okay, let's go to our jump ball right on center court and find out the starters for both Charles Stew and Coach Chico Manabat. It's Benilde in white, Arellano in blue. The starters weren't flat, but Prince Carlos starting all his games. This will be a 7th start. Biggs Oxon will be starting in the 6th game here. 6 out of the 7 he has started. Then Arque, his 3rd start. Will Gozum and Paul Turco. Para naman sa Arellano, it will be Felix Villarente, Jay Talampas, Danny Malyari, Larsuma, and John Capulo. Arellano will try to strike after that miss by Benilde on their first try. The drive, wala dun para sa Arellano. Here comes Benilde again. We know they also love to run. They go down to Turco. Gozum had a wide outing last Wednesday. Carlos has it. Carlos, babalik kay Will Gozum, and the reigning MVP cashes in his first jumper.
What a way to get your rhythm to start of the game. Alam naman natin, Gozum had a quiet outing the last game. So this is one way to gain your confidence by shooting from where you are comfortable. So tingnan natin yung mga adjustments na gagawin ni Gozum for today's game.
Good start para kay Big Will Gozum in this game, who's been averaging close to 28 minutes a game, 12 points a game, 8 boards. It's a little dip from his averages last season. But from the 2-point area, close to 48%, 47 to be exact, ang average sa 2-point range ni Will Gozum. A miss again for Arellano, and here come the Blazers. They can be up 4-0 or 5-0, depending on which attempt they will take here. Gozum, the handoff to Prince. Back to Will on that 2-man. Nice extra pass to Paul Turco.
And this is what I mentioned earlier, wherein Benilde loves to control the pace. If they keep this up, Arellano will have a hard time. Pero going back naman dito sa Arellano, we're used to them by attacking the basket most of the time. Pero ngayon, they are also controlling the pace. So it's going to be a really tough matchup for both teams.
Yes, para sa 3, sabi ni Jay Talampas as he puts Arellano on the board. Back to Benilde. Carlos has it. Biggs Oxon, still quiet. Will he get his rhythm going? A miss from the perimeter. They get it back. Gozum, the kick out. Arque can shoot it. He misses that corner 3. Back to the Chiefs. Good patience here by Arellano with 14 to shoot. Talampas baseline. They wanted to go to Jade. And inside, a couple of misses para sa Arellano. First from Capulong, and Sunga also missing there from close range. And now, Lars will be called for his first personal foul. Let's head back courtside. Lizelle Nerves for first quarter report on the Blazers.
Andre and Andre coming back from back-to-back wins. The Benilde Blazers are on the lookout to maintain their winning streak. But despite getting their win last game, Coach Charles did not hide his sentiments on his thoughts on the team's performance, stating to me that the team could have done better, especially during the 4th quarter of the game. All they need right now is consistency and trust in their game plan. Ilan na muna galing dito sa side ng Blazers. Back to you, Andre and Andre.
Thank you, Lizelle. And Lars Sunga, after that frustration, he committed a foul. He missed a boo-boo, and then he gets that His first field goal, they're up 5-4. Tumatakbo si Talampas and Arellano. Straight from behind by Carlos. Here come the Blazers on the run. Oxon lets it fly. Bullseye!
Now this is what you love to see kay Oxo. Not only does he know how to make those tough shots look easy from the outside, but he knows how to facilitate the floor. So this is an exciting matchup na talaga. So let's see what else Oxon can bring to the table today.
And Benilde takes the driver's seat again, 7-5. A miss. And Jade and Arellano have been missing a lot of those close-range shots, Andre.
Tama, they've been missing nga kasi napansin ko, they kind of steered away from setting up plays. They both have bigs that can make huge spaces for the guards. Pero tingnan natin kung how they will take advantage of their bigs today. Yun nga lang, if they are missing, all you have to do is adjust by attacking the basket even more.
Arken missing his second attempt from downtown. Here's Talampas. Brings it back out. Lorente, nowhere to go. Gives up his dribble. Malyari with 4 to shoot. Danny. He goes to Capulong. Was blocked and then shot clock violation for Arellano.
You gotta love the confidence like Kapulong. Usually pag nakabig, if you're in your bigs, you gotta roll. But this time, he's popping out. So let's see if he can make those shots beyond the arc.
5:40 left in the first. Tumutok lamang dito sa GTV. Lamang ang Benilde sa Arellano, 7-5. Jade Talampas and Arellano down 2, but so far a good start from both squads. And let's hear more about Jade Talampas, whom I said could have won their last game for Arellano. Stephanie Benito has more.
Andre, nabanggit ko nga kanina itong si Jade Talampas na nagpakitang gilas during their last game at nagsisimula na namang magpakitang gilas para sa araw na ito. Natanong ko siya kung bakit maganda ang mga nilalaro niya previously. Alam daw kasi niya na as a veteran, they need to step up to help boost the morale of the rookies. Kaya naman maganda ang nilalaro niya. Kung curious kayo sa rason kung bakit maganda pa itong nilalaro ni Jade, dalawang bagay ang sinabi niya sa akin. Una, dahil daw ito sa off-season experiences niya. And number 2, he just really wants to give a good or to leave a good mark for his last playing year. Maging malaking kasangkapan kaya itong si Jade para manalo ang team ngayong araw. What do you think, Andre and Andre?
Well, so far so good, but they're down 2 here. We see Jade has been aggressive, but as I said earlier, Andre, they've been missing a lot of close-range shots. And this is not close range, but Carlos misses it. Offensive rebound ng Benilde. They bring it back out to Prince.
Ito naman sa CSB, we know them by controlling the pace of the game. Pero napapansin ko rin natin, I'm sure napapansin ng ibang viewers rin natin that they're falling in love with outside shots. Maybe ito yung binibigay ng Arellano for them to be uncomfortable. But even though this is the case, they are known to be more aggressive inside the paint. So tingnan natin kung ano mga adjustments nila. But hopefully, we can see naman Gozon is not quiet. He's being aggressive. So hopefully they can maybe just feed their bigs inside the paint. So tingnan natin sa mga next possessions ng CSB.
Gozon earlier hit that opening basket para sa Benilde. And some shuffling here of rotation with Charles Steele. And Oxon missing on that outside shot. Good run here. Good break. Capulong over to Danny Malyari.
And if you're Arellano, this is a sight to see, knowing that they're a running team. Pati bigs nila Capulong at 6'6", running the court, looking for that open player. And this is a really good thing to see kapag Arellano kayo.
Another stop there. Arellano forcing Benilde to a turnover. Malyari crashes through, he misses, and a foul will, jump ball, no foul, jump ball, but possession arrow pointing to the side of Arellano. Michael Mara on your screens, he just checked in. Let's take a look at this good break. Good pass mula kay Capulong over to Danny Malyari. Pinasok na ni Coach Charles Liu. Kanya second unit, well, except for Gozum and Okson, the lone starters still on the floor. Another foul here, a whistle blown, and it will be on Migs Okson. Their first team foul, first personal on Migs.
And you can already see with CSB, Arellano, they're already known by attacking the basket because they are always going for high percentage shots. Pero itong Benilde, nakakapag-adjust. They're able to help. Kahit wala pa sa loob ng painted area, they are already making them uncomfortable. So as you can see, Arellano's already forcing up shots from the outside.
Miss there from the outside na umiika-ika. Balik sa Benilde. Good look inside by Mara to Gozum, who misses it though. Sampo defensive board. Here's Naive, lets it fly, and Robbie Naive continuing to be hot, Andre.
This is amazing to see. He's picking up heat from the outside, knowing na yung laro ni Robbie is always attacking the basket, reading the defense. Ito, nabasa niya, wala nang close out. So obviously, pag hand down, man down, he will make that fly from the outside.
Sinubukan sagutin ng Arellano, pero Mintes sa corner attempt. Let's go back. Here's Sampo keeping the ball alive. Out to Naive, who's been on fire in the last few games. Just made 1-3 in their last game last Wednesday, October 10th. Scored 20 points, was 54.5% from the field. He is now Benilde's second leading scorer after scoring 20 last game, 18 in that game before that. And as our officials head to the official stable, we see Ray Rufana, our crew chief, and Jemar Taliedo.
Ito lang napansin ko ngayon. I know it's early on. It's just the first quarter. Ito, it's the battle of consistency. Ang maganda
Good point,
talaga
yeah.
dito. What I can already notice, both teams are consistent in what they're doing. Obviously, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to see this. They're both calling and setting up plays. And we can see Arellano, meron silang kapulong, uses his size perfectly, making those screens count. But the thing is, minsan pumapop siya, but maybe it'll be a different story if he decides to roll, if he will give just their bigs ng CSB a hard time, because CSB does sometimes have lapses and helping inside the painted area. Pero tingnan natin yung pinasok ni coach ng mga bigs. They might be able to stop Kapulo, pero tingnan lang natin kung ano magagawa.
Well, the coach's challenge of Chico Manabat was successful. Possession with the Chiefs. A miss from the outside mula kay Malyari. And here's Jericho Halalon. If that last name sounds familiar, yes. It is a younger brother of former Arellano Chief Gio Halalon. Now playing his rookie year in the seniors division after playing in the juniors for Arellano U. Mara with a wild drive goes back to the Chiefs. And a runner, no goal. There's Arellano. Now Jericho playing point guard, same position that his older brother Gio played for the team that he's facing now, the Arellano University Chiefs.
This is an interesting sight to see. I want to know yung motivation ni Halana to be inside this game right now, going up against the former or the alma mater of his older brother.
Mara misses that three. And you know, there's so much pressure. I'm sure coming from a second-generation talent as yourself, but you also made waves when you played in the pros. I remember those days with the bossing. You were really good, but you know, I think you can speak firsthand na yung pressure. As we take a look at this three at Talampas, I'll go back to that point, but a miss. Second try here for Arellano. A traveling violation. But going back, Andre, di ba may pressure eh? Kasi si Jericho is the younger brother of Gio Halalon. Same thing with you, I'm sure. But there's a timeout. I'll get back to my point after this break. Timeout called by Chico Manabat and the Chiefs. Arellano down 3 to Benilde.
Look at me now, I'm flying so high. I can see the whole world. Look at me now, I'm ready for victory. It's my time, my turn. Hero, oh, oh, oh. We'll rise for the city.
talking about it. The Cyclone now in the pros, but he used to be called once upon a time the bus driver, of course, with his wife, lovely wife Tina. There is Kuya Gio Halalon, the older brother of Jericho Halalon. And as I said kanina, syempre may pressure yun. Nape-pressure yung bata. Pero nakausap ko nga din si Gio, sabi niya, I just let him play. I just let him play. Anong mga best advice na binigay sa'yo ni Papa Bear, the Tower of Power, the only rookie MVP in the pros? Kasi I'm sure grabe yung pressure sa'yo and kay Kobe.
Well, before it was pressure, pero alam naman natin, once you have that negative energy, it's gonna affect your game. So, yung maganda dito, and what I can see what other second-generation players do, they use it as motivation and inspiration kasi there's no point of comparing yourself kasi ibang-iba na yung generation ngayon eh.
So if you're gonna give advice to young Jericho Halalon, na syempre, di ba, ang hirap hindi ma-compare kay Gio Halalon,
Tapos same position pa
who's an
sila.
NCAA icon now, di ba? And he was doing well in the pros as we see Mark Sanko with that one-hander and his teammate Will Gozum likes it. But what advice would you give? Almost a steal by Jericho. He looked like Gio on that play. We know Gio's the defensive demon in the backcourt. And here come the Blazers. What advice would you give Jericho?
Well, just watching the game right now, nothing. Just play your game kasi alam naman natin ibang-iba kahit alam natin same position.
Yeah.
But he's doing beautifully for the CSB. Ang ganda ng contribution niya. So all he has to do is just, block out the negative energy and just play your game kasi whatever happens, darating ang laro mo. And that's what's happening right now.
Good pass by Naives over to Sanko. And that's what Naive now drawing the defense to him because they know he's a deadly threat. He's been scorching out. Malyari goes baseline. Nice pass, but again another miss from point-blank range. Now here's Jericho Halalon. Good dish. Good extra pass. What a way to run a break for the Benilde Blazers. It started from Halalon to Robbie Naive. It ended up with Michael Mara's hands and a 2 points.
What a beautiful unselfish play. Usually pag naka-fast break, you want to take it strong. But of course, you go for the higher percentage shot, yung walang bantay. And what a way to get your teammates involved. And going back naman dito sa Arellano, I'm really glad that they are calling out their plays and doing their best, attacking yung mismatch ng Benilde by going inside the paint. So far, hindi pa nag-connect. But yun nga lang, tingnan yung adjustments nila.
No, that play, I was about to say, that I'm sure Kuya Gio applauded that because that looked like back in season 91 where it was Gio Halalon over to Kent Salado, to Lervin Flores. It really looked like that. I know it will be really hard, diba? Na,
Yes.
I'm sure sasabihin, stop mo comparing. Pero we can't because we got to see Gio Halalon grow right in front of our eyes.
Exactly.
And then, Jericho, of course, he wants to be like his brother, but at the same time, carve his own niche.
Exactly.
And that was a good play. Ran there in the fast break, led by Jericho Halalon. Now, full court press being employed, trying to harass the young Halalon. Naive, again to Marao, gets fouled. And I think this is also a good ploy para kay Charles too, to team up Jericho Halalon, who's a rookie in the seniors, with a veteran playing his final year in Robbie Naive.
Oh, that's true. If you're going to mold your next big player or the next go-to guy, now is the time. And also, ganun naman talaga yun eh. You can have all the team buildings you want or outings. Ang importante talaga is the reps, the practices, the game. So, just seeing a rookie and a vet together, alam mo nang maraming mag-pick up ang ating rookie sa kanila.
But syempre, Robbie has been playing solid and this is his final season. There is the graduating captain of the Benilde Blazers, Robbie Naive. And, if you're Jericho Halalon, yes, I'm sure you've learned a lot from your brother.
Oh, yes.
Tips from Gio, but also to learn from Robbie, to have him as your backcourt mate, it means a lot for this young kid.
Means a lot as well, knowing na kahit alam natin they are the same position, he is more familiar with the system of coach. So just being able to give the great advice and yung mga, obviously, techniques or the ins and outs, malaking tulong na yan. So nakaka-less yung kaba. At the same time, lalabas talaga yung laro mo.
Lob, Naive wanting to go to Miggy Cortezo, checked in already, but turnover there was read perfectly by the Arellano defense. A good drive straight to the basket.
And this is something that I mentioned earlier. Arellano loves to take it inside the paint. And what a sight to see them coming alive. Ito na nga lang, CSB needs to do a better job in making them uncomfortable by not going inside the paint. So help us early, kahit di mo tao, do what you can to stop that ball from entering the paint. Kasi that's a high percentage shot for Arellano.
Valencia, after that drive, back-to-back baskets for Troy Valencia with that and pop.
Nako, this is what happens if you don't close out properly. You don't take your opponents for granted kasi you never know kung sinong laro ang lalabas.
At the end of the first 10 minutes in this high-octane first quarter from both teams, the Benilde Blazers 16, the Arellano Chiefs 12. Second quarter coming up after the break. Tumutok lamang dito sa GTV. What a matchup here for today. Big plans featuring two big men. Will Gozum, the reigning NCAA season MVP, against Lawrence Capulong. This will be a very interesting matchup. As you see, identical numbers in the points, Andre. Rebounds, lamang si Will. Assists, lamang na lamang si Will. And sa blocks, close to identical lamang ng bahagya dito si Lawrence.
Yes, this is a really exciting matchup kasi nga we have two bigs and alam naman natin, obviously, 3 assists more or malaki yung advantage ni Gozum kasi he does play the 3 position. But there are occasions when he is needed the most at the 4 or 5 position. Ito naman si Capulong, strictly big man. But the thing, what I really love about the game of Capulong is there are sites na pag binibigay yung bola sa kanya sa block or sa painted area, he will know how to create. Pero ngayon, most likely his role is to always be inside the paint and receive that drop pass or yung mga rebound. So in other words, ang ganda ng positioning ng Capulong. So hopefully, lumabas dito ang laro niya kasi it is really rare to see Arellano just drop passing to their bigs kasi they love to attack. Pero most likely ngayon, since nadedepensa na maayos yung Benilde guards, they're gonna be needing a big man inside the paint.
Ooh, eye in the sky play, but another miss from point blank there. Sayang, ganda nung fast break play na yon. And kanina nga, kino-compare natin si Capulong at si Will Gozum. It's nice also that, of course, we have Will Gozum, who's the reigning league MVP.
Yes.
I'm sure Lawrence wants to be in that spot someday. He is a rookie, by the way. Capulong is one of 10 rookies nitong Arellano. He was reserved all along. He didn't play, but he was one of the reserves. There's Lawrence on your screens. When for Arellano, I'm trying to recall that big man that kaya hindi siya nakalaro dahil because Justin Arana was babad that season, but Lawrence was there in that lineup but he didn't play, so this is counted officially as his rookie season.
And yung maganda dito, it's more of what motivates you kasi if you can't play and you see another player that has your position playing, it will motivate you to want to show out more, play more, and obviously train more and show what you got. And I'm glad that Capulong is finally getting his minutes that he deserves kasi kitang-kita naman yung hustle at yung puso ng bata.
Meanwhile, you hear that from a Coliseum announcer, Jericho Halalo knocking down the 3, putting up Benilde now by their biggest lead with 7. And the jumper, another miss here for Arellano. So far today from the 2-point area, Arellano's just shooting 28.6%. Count the basket plus the foul. Para dito kay Mark Sanko.
And going to Benilde now, ang ganda ng kanilang offense, even if they don't really need to set up, if they see a mismatch, they will attack that painted area kasi alam naman nila that they will also thrive inside the paint. Ito naman yung Arellano, going back to their previous play, they haven't been setting up much. They've been falling in love with some mid-range shots because they cannot enter. So the best option, if you can't enter, call out the play and get your bigs involved kasi once you get those big screens, ang laking space na makakuha nyo as guards.
Very great point there. And here's Sako trying to complete a 3-point play. Miss. Good tap by Corteza. Brings it back out to Halalon. Fresh 14 on the shot clock of the Blazers. Halalon using that Corteza screen. Halalon to Naive. Out to Sako. 3 to shoot. Sako has to let it go. And he gets fouled. He will head to the line for 2. Now let's go back courtside. Stephanie Benito has more on the Arellano Chiefs.
Salamat, Andre. A rebuilding team, a team full of new faces and injuries. Ito daw ang mga nakikita ni Coach Chico Manabat na rason kung bakit hirap pa rin ang koponan makakuha ng sunod-sunod na pagkapanalo. But Coach Chico never fails to remind the team that more than just winning the game, they have to make sure that they're enjoying and playing with their heart. Para daw sa araw na ito, the team was reminded to stop feeling too much pressure and just play their game dahil makaka-apekto lang ito sa laro nila. Mag-relax lang daw pero sakto lang at mag-usap sa loob ng court. These are the last reminders that Coach Chico told the team. Ito muna sa ngayon sa panig ng Arellano Chiefs. Balik sa inyo.
Salamat, Stephanie. Tama naman. If you know Coach Chico, ganun naman talaga demeanor nito ni Coach Chico Manabat. He's just very calm, composed, as Jericho Halalon charged with his first personal foul, first team foul on Blazers. I don't know if you could hear, but I can. Ang lakas ng ulan daw dito sa labas ng Philoel, dito sa San Juan. So, kung plano nyo pumunta dito, ingat po kayo, stay safe. It is raining hard right now. Another miss from inside para dito kay Troy Valencia. And another miss from the two-point range. 25%, 4 out of 16. 16 attempts, Andre, from inside the three-point line. Pero ang dami nilang mintis. There, and finally, Valencia secures that, his third field goal. He now has 7 points. But imagine if they converted all their second point attempts. Baka lamang na sila dito.
Exactly. And napapansin kasi natin na CSB is doing well in defending kasi alam nila Arellano will love and that's their bread and butter entering the painted area. So makita natin yung adjustment ng CSB in defending Arellano.
Arellano now setting up their offense. They go down low. Kapulong is back on the floor. Almost a turnover. 8 to shoot for the Chiefs. Talampas guarded by Nives. Step back. 3. In and out. To Benilde, Halalon. Charles Stu says, set things up. Jericho gives it to Corteza. Back to Jericho Halalon. He's showing a lot of patience and maturity and composure for a rookie. Sample, back to Jericho. Extra pass to Robbie. Lets it fly. That 3, no go, too strong. Back to the Chiefs. And a foul given up by Jericho Halalon. That will be foul number 2 on the rookie. Now let's head back courtside. Rizal Nervis has more on the Benilde Blazers.
Thank you, Andre. The star duo of the Blazers are right now Robbie Naive and Migs Oxon. Pero nakausap ko si Robbie at tinanong ko kung nag-uusap ba sila ni Migs prior to the games. Pero nasabi niya sa akin that it was only natural because they trusted their system. At nasabi sa akin na sticking to sa kanilang game plan, ang dalawang players na ito ay considered bilang veterans in the league. So they take up the responsibility to perform their very best in every game. What can you say about this, Andre and Andre?
Well, so far so good, but if these two are clicking, I think we've seen it. Lizelle, they've won their past 2 games. Here's Oxon. The miss still hasn't converted the 3. Oxon thought about it. He gets it back from Corteza. He loves this spot, but he misses again. And Oxon still cold, yes.
You really gotta love the confidence of Oxon knowing that he
And the
has
green
the
light
green light.
too.
Kasi yung green light, tingnan mo, you just missed from the same spot and then you're gonna do it again. That shows so much the confidence the team and the coach has in you.
A miss again by Arellano from the 2-point range. Oxon already has converted 1-3, but he's shooting 1 of 4, 25% from downtown today. Carlos drives it, penetrates. Corteza, extra pass, good look. Nice pass by Corteza over dito to John Morales. Morales has only played 1 game, only played 1 minute this season. Getting playing time today.
And speaking of the offense of Benilde, I'm really surprised. Well, not naman surprised kasi ang ganda ng adjustment. They're setting up and controlling the pace kasi the last thing you want as a Benilde team is to get tired trying to match up Arellano's speed. Kasi looking at Arellano, these guys will run up and down the court. So hindi sila mapapagod. So what a way to get that advantage by just controlling the pace and setting up the play.
By the way, you're right, because Arellano is the #1 fast-breaking team in NCAA Season 99, close to 19 fast break points a game. Timeout called by Chico Manabat. They're down 9, 25-16. Be right back with more. A lot of supporters, a lot of basketball fans in attendance here in the Philoel Ecoil Center this Sunday, the 15th of October. Happy Sunday po sa lahat ng ating mga kapuso. Tuned in wherever or however you're watching us because we are everywhere sa GTV. Also on GMA Pinoy TV, GMA News TV International, and live streaming on GMAnetwork.com, the NCAA Philippines page on Facebook, and also our channel sa YouTube. Magandang hapon po sa lahat. Anybody you wanna give a shout out to, Andre?
Oh, huge shout out kay Papa Bear. He's
Papa
watching
Bear!
as usual. Thank you so much for the support, and yeah, can't wait to see you later. But for now, focus muna ako dito, Dad. Let me do my thing.
Parang mas gusto kong kasama si Andre kaysa sa'yo, Papa Bear.
Ay, tama yan. I'll see you the next game. If may schedule siya, ako bahala. Kung sa court, may substitution, pati sa analyst, meron yan. Mabibigla na lang, Andre na naman.
But you know what? I think ganun talaga yun eh. And as we see Lawrence Capulong at the line, going back to that conversation that we had earlier, and one of my good friends, L.A. Tenorio, ganun din. He had a younger brother who also played for the juniors sa Blue Eaglets. And then, syempre sabi, it's hard eh, na you want them to also succeed, but at the same time, you don't want to give them too much pressure. And the way also Papa Bear gave you, your own spot to grow, you've carved a niche for yourself. Props
Thank you.
And to Kobe. Ang galing. And that's, ganun talaga eh. Like, even if we go abroad, like LeBron James.
Oh, yes.
Diba? His son's now doing well. You have Bronny, you have Bryce. That's his daughter playing volleyball. Ganun talaga. And same here, Gio supporting his younger brother. But of course, diba? Kung si Jericho kayang tapatan, no, mas lampasan si Gio, I'm sure Gio would be very, very happy for Jericho.
Kayang-kaya talaga. And like it or not, lahat naman ng mga naysayers or yung mga negative comments, it's just what? It's on social media lang talaga eh. So
Correct.
if you can just remove that from your life or not even pay attention to that, lalabas naman talaga yung laro ng lahat. Kasi all we want to do is just prove to ourselves that we can do it and of course to the team that we're playing for.
Yeah. Miss there, wala kay Makoy Marcos who just checked in. Lane violation. Medyo bumagal ang pace natin dito, but as here's Coach Charles Q, the Benilde Blazers, number 1 in scoring in the league, 82.5 points per game para dito sa Benilde. Also number 1 in blocks, close to 4.5 rejections a game as a team at the Benilde.
Just looking at here right now, Benilde coming alive and picking up early. They're not trying to get Arellano uncomfortable. Feeling ko, alam nila that they're gonna get the rhythm if they keep attacking. So they're already making them uncomfortable beyond the arc pa lang bago makagawa ng play or execute. So what a way to defend Arellano if you are CSP.
It's a good point. Buti na spot mo yun. Tama. Kaya nahihirap din eh. Whistle blown.
Ito naman, going naman sa defense ng Arellano. Same thing. Arellano knows who to stop and who to be in front of. Yun nga lang, there's those unnecessary fouls. All you have to do is just be in front of your man and don't, kasi usually yung mga players kung alam nila, abot nila yung ball, if they want to go for the steal or the block, usually foul yan kasi, pag nanggigil kayo. So that's what's happening ngayon sa Arellano. But hopefully, maka-adjust sila sa mga next possessions when they decide to defend again.
Miggy Corteza at the line. Now here's a guy who had a great season in their finals run last year. And he kind of played well the first few games, but he's been finding his rhythm. He's struggling. In the last game, he only had 6 points, which is 2 out of 6. But I'm sure if there's one guy who's going to pick it up and na kailangan ng Benilde to, again, make as deep as making it back to the finals, it's that man, Miggy Corteza.
Yes, and speaking of Corteza, we all know from last year, ang ganda ng pinakita niya. Even naman today in this first round, he knows how to move it out the ball. And ngayon naman, we can see he's trying out so many great things by creating for himself, attacking the basket, getting his team involved. So he's not just doing one thing, kundi a lot of things. And there are things that you see that are not on the stat sheet. So yung maganda dito, in other words, he's getting everybody involved and making everybody better.
Aaron pass results to another Benilde turnover. Chiefs wanted to run it. Watch fast break attempt. Here's Capulong who barges through. And there's nothing John Morales could do on the defensive end as Capulong now has That's his first field goal made. Para dito sa Arellano, his first 2 points.
And you gotta love what Kapulong does is being patient inside the paint. Usually, if you're a big, you want to get that ball already at the block area, asking for the ball. But he's very patient, so he gets rewarded by defending well, getting those rebounds, and of course, setting those great screens. Kaya he was rewarded dun sa kanyang shot.
Palabas muna ni Sunga dito kay Ongotan. An attempt at an air ball. Para dito kay Ongotan. Timeout called by Charles too. Under 4 to play here in our first half. Benilde's lead that was once up to 11 has been chipped to 6. We'll be right back. Kapulong going back to his first field goal. And that's Kapulong's game with that heft. Penetrating. Coach Charles Tew and Will Gozum on your screens. Gozum so far today, just a single field goal. That opening basket for the Blazers. And here's another guy. We were talking about Miggy Cortez, but how about Will Gozum? Right now, Gozum just 4th in his team, and Benilde scoring 12.4. It's really a far cry from last season, where he was already leading the league in scoring. But I'm sure he will pick it up. Will Gozum will find a way.
And speaking of picking it up, all he needs to be is consistent. And what I love about this kid is his consistency on defense and getting everybody involved. And there are so many things you can see that he does na hindi naman kita sa stat sheet. So hopefully he can get his rhythm from there. Because you know what they say, once you play your defense, your offense will come. So kitang-kita naman yung desire niya sa defense. So I know he can pick it up in offense sa mga next possessions.
And speaking of offense coming to him, Troy Valencia has been tearing it, now leading the Chiefs with 9 points. Has a chance to make it to 10. He's at the line to complete this three-point play. 57% from the field, this Troy Valencia today. Hasn't attempted an outside shot. He's been doing it on the 2-point area. 10 points in 7 minutes.
And you can see Arellano right now is coming alive by doing their, bread and butter, by attacking the basket. So we can see the lapses of CSB in defense by allowing their guards and bigs of Arellano just to attack the basket. So they need to do a better job in stopping the players of Arellano.
That time it was Lars Suma attacking and scoring. 6 points now for Lars. It's just down to a 1-point lead for Benilde.
Just like I mentioned, they will keep on attacking if may lapses ang defense ng CSB. So if you're CSB, you gotta up your game by helping out and make them uncomfortable by not entering the painted area.
Gozum attacking, sidestepping, blocked by Kapulong. Here come the Chiefs on a tear and back it in. The back open on a Sunday. Troy Valencia now with 12 and puts Arellano back up 27-26.
Ito na Arellano coming alive by running the floor. So CSB really needs to match up their energy or even do more if they want to keep up with Arellano.
11-0 run by Arellano. They can increase it some more, and they do! 13-0 run by the Arellano University Chiefs, now up by 3, 29-26. This is now Arellano's biggest lead, a 13-0 blast here, thanks to Troy Valencia and Lars Sunga. Just coming to life here in the second quarter. 14 points now for Valencia.
Kitang-kita sa ibang possessions na outnumbered yung CSB when it comes to defense because Arellano, everybody is gonna be running down. So if you're CSB, kahit hindi mo tao yan, bumaba kayo. Make sure you help out your teammate that's in danger because Arellano will do their best to enter that painted area.
Arellano has outscored Benilde here in the second quarter, 17 to 10. 9 out of those 17 points coming from one man, and he is now at the line. That is Troy Valencia, playing his second season with the Chiefs. The season high was 16, and he knocks down that free throw to the delight of the Arellano supporters and students.
You gotta love the confidence of Valencia right now. You can see he's been silent trying to get his team involved, pero grabe yung contribution niya by always attacking the basket. Alam ko, I've been so redundant saying attack lang ng attack, but he's doing his job properly.
Yeah.
And of course, CSB, they're caught sleeping sometimes on defense. Yes, nakakatakot sila on paper that they're taller, they're bigger, but yun nga lang, Arellano can do much better, nakita ko, sa kanilang speed by attacking the basket. So CSB just needs to find a way to defend Arellano properly.
Oxon, yeah, put a stop to this drought. A miss there again by Benilde. Here come the Chiefs on the run again. And here's Valencia. Nobody can stop him but a miss. Oxon gets it back for the Blazers. Stolen away by Arellano. Talambas lets it fly. Bullseye!
Wow! Kahit kita mo na may open dun sa painted area, he got that gutsy shot from beyond the arc, and what a way to get that crowd going.
Woo! The Arellano Chiefs are burning the net here in the second period. 3 there by Talampas. They've outscored Benilde here in this quarter, 22 to 10. No field goals made para sa Benilde Blazers in the last 5 minutes. And their last field goal was back in the 6:07 mark here in the second quarter. And Arellano wants to close this out strong. Another three. A miss. Rebounded by Arellano. Talampas a couple of fakes. Puts it up. Tapulong offensive board. Up and in. And now the Chiefs are up by 10. Just like that, they were down by 11. Now they have their biggest lead at 10 points.
Not only the guards are contributing, pati na rin ang bigs ng Arellano. They're finding ways to get involved by getting those rebounds at the same time using their size. What a way for Kapulong to be present in the moment by always getting that good timing in those rebounds.
Look at Kapulong doing the damage. And Andre, just like that, a 20-0 burst.
Wow.
Here by Arellano. 20-0 run, and a miss from the line here by Cortesa. 20-0 run. Woo! And it's all in the second quarter.
And you gotta give credit. At 20-0 run, makita natin kasi Arellano is just playing their game. They are just running up and down the court at walang napapagod sa kanila. And not only do the guards do the damage, pati yung bigs ng Arellano, we have Kapulong contributing silently. Akala mo nandun siya sa post. Hindi eh. He's always there to get that perfect timing for those rebounds and putback. So what a way for Arellano to play as a team. Ito naman sa CSB, they have been consistent naman calling their plays. Yun nga lang, none of their shots are connecting.
Even their free throws, Cortesa missing both. Aaron pass goes to Naive, looking at the clock. 7-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Gozum has been quiet. Gozum missed from the field, and here come the Chiefs. They always love to run it. They're the #1 fast-breaking team in the NCAA this season. Suma has it. And here's Valencia to end the first half. This place could have been torn apart had that shot gone down from Valencia. And to end the second quarter, the first half, it was a 20-0 blast by the Chiefs, who were once upon a time down by 11, now find themselves up by 10 at the half, 36-26.
Look at me now, I'm flying so high. I can see the whole world. Look at me now, I'm ready for victory. It's my
Kilalanin na natin ang mga panibagong mga kasama natin sa ating broadcast team. It's time to meet Marco and Maya.
Hey, it's your girl, Maya.
What's up, guys? I'm Marco.
We're your Kapuso AI sportscasters.
Do you want the latest news about the biggest league?
Hello mga ka-NCAA, my name is Bailey Akot. Nandito tayo ngayon sa Arellano University in Legarda, Manila, tahanan ng mga Chiefs. Samahan niyo ako, kilalanin natin ang bagong mga addition sa kanilang team, lalo na ang kanilang coach.
So far, so good. At the start, it was very hard because we have a lot of rookies, new coach, new system. But we've been figuring it out. We've been playing a lot of tune-up games. We've been practicing really hard.
Defense-first mentality, is that what we're gonna look forward into season 99? What else are we gonna be looking forward to?
Just every single player playing hard and really giving it all for the Arellano. For us, whatever it takes to win.
Pinakauna talaga yun sa chemistry kasi talaga pag hindi mo kakilala yung masyado yung kasama mo, hindi ka makapaglaro na maayos. Pinilit namin na kahit lalabas lang kami, andun yung pagsasama-sama na. Siguro tatanggalin namin yung tingin sa amin na underdog lang kami. Pupush namin this season na umabot sa Final Four and hopefully championship.
As a team kasi marami kaming rookie, marami rin nawala sa amin. Kaya medyo mahirap para sa amin kasi siyempre veterano yung mga nawala. Pero hindi pa rin namin hindi pa rin namin parang
Naging hadlang.
Hadlang pa magpatuloy yun. Mas lalo pa kaming naging brotherhood sa loob ng court, pagtutulungan.
Go hard lang kami lagi sa ensayo. Tapos kung ano lang po yung pinapagawa nila coach na sistema, sinusunod lang namin. Unang-una po yung pakikisama sa bawat isa sa amin kasi puro halos bago kami. Hindi lang po sa loob ng court, pati sa labas kung paano po kami magturingan para sila na po yung mga kapatid namin kung ituri namin sila. Ganun.
Sabi namin talaga, tulong-tulong lang talaga. Walang star, walang sinong magaling, malakas. Parang lahat kami, mag-aambag talaga.
Maraming nawala. So marami rin pumalit and we have 9 rookies na talagang ibabandera namin, 5 veterans na talagang nagstay for Arellano. As a new head coach kasi, ang task ko dito is to be with them para mapili ko kung ano yung player na klaseng gusto ko. Inaano namin na to na mabuo as a family kasi we play together and we need to play hard. Ito yung pinakamaganda dito, new breed chips and new breed coaches na nandito sa Arellano ngayon. Hey to the Chiefs! Arellano! Maraming salamat sa pagtutok mga kapuso. Muli, this is Arellano University for NCAA Season 99. Abangan natin sila. I will see you in the games. My name is Bailey Akot.
Look at me now, I'm flying so high. I can see the whole world. Look at me now, I'm ready for victory. It's my time, my turn. Hero, oh, oh, oh. When we rise for the season, yeah. Hero, oh, oh, oh. We'll take flight, crush your limits, yeah.
Kilalanin na natin ang mga panibagong mga kasama natin sa ating broadcast team. It's time to meet Marco and Maya.
Hey, it's your girl, Maya.
What's up, guys? I'm Marco.
We're your Kapuso AI sportscasters.
Do you want the latest news about the biggest leagues and tournaments?
Give me a reason, I gotta know. Do you think we can do? Can't you see me here all overload? And this time I blame you. Looking out for you to hold my hand.
watching the Benilde Pep Squad performing at center court here at the Philo Center. We're welcoming everybody. Magandang hapon po. Happy Sunday sa lahat ng ating mga kapuso na nanonood sa GTV, also worldwide via GMA Pinoy TV, GMA News TV International, and also sa aming website, gmanetwork.com. And sa mga netizens, maraming pong salamat sa NCAA Philippines channel sa YouTube and sa Facebook. Also, please follow us at GMA Sports PH. We're looking at some first quarter highlights where the Blazers outscored the Arellano Chiefs 16-12 in that first period. It was a good start, and we've been talking about how Arellano were missing those close-range shots. Robbie Nieves still hot, fresh off that 20-point output in their last game last Wednesday, getting back-to-back wins. And then in the second quarter, it was a totally different story. Benilde was up 11 points at 1 point in this game. And then their last field goal came in the 6-minute mark of the second quarter. And then Corteza hitting that free throw. But that was it. After scoring their 26th point in this game, it was a 20-0 run by the Arellano Chiefs from the 6-minute mark until the first half ended. That's why they have this lead, 36-26 at the half. As we take a look at the numbers, Arellano outscoring Benilde 24-20 in that second period alone.
And something that really stands out right now when you look at these halftime statistics, yung points in the paint. And this is what I mentioned earlier also nung pregame natin, that Arellano really loves to run the court. And at the same time, yung bread and butter nga nila is inside the paint. So it does show that they're doing everything they can to enter the paint. Kaya nga may 24 points sila. And, you know, Benilde also did what they could inside the paint. Pero yun nga lang, if we've noticed, they've been pretty much more present beyond the arc or inside the paint. So I hardly have been seeing some CSB players inside the paint. Pero hopefully, ito ang ating halftime, nakapag-adjust sila. And looking at our leading scorers, if I'm not mistaken, everyone dito po sa CSB is just single digits. Compared dito sa Arellano with Valencia, they has 16. And yung si Talampas nga with 8. So I just want to see yung difference na mangyayari dito sa halftime. Kasi we can already see that yung CSB, they're doing everything they can to get everybody involved instead of adjusting as a team.
By the way, Troy Valencia came off the bench, scoring 11 of those 16 points in the second period. And as you mentioned, yes, nobody in the Benilde Blazers side in double figures. Mark Sanko with 6 off the bench. Naive has 5. And Mix Oxon with 3. As we go back to the featured matchup, it's Will Gozum scoring his first field goal, but that was way back in the first quarter. It was the first 2 points of this game with that jumper. And sa kabilang panik naman, it's Lawrence Capulong with 4 points. Let's see. Big question here, though, as the second half now begins. Can Arellano sustain the hot run that they had in the second quarter? Prince Carlos, Mix Oxon, Will Gozum, Paul Turco, and Mark Sanko. Yan ang 5 on the floor ni Charles Stew and Benilde. Carlos calling the play. Carlos wanting to go to Gozum with 3 to shoot. Posting up Valencia. Nice look to Turco. That was a good look, but not enough time for Turco to let go of the ball. Shot clock violation. That will be turnover number 11 para sa Benilde Blazers. Arellano has only turned the ball over 4 times today.
And looking at the previous play of CSP, yes, we'd like to see them doing their best in controlling the pace, pero napatagal. They used up too much of the shot clock, so this time they really have to be aware in scoring and looking for the open man.
Here's Capulong inside. Good stop there by Benilde. Carlos seeing an opening inside to Turco. Good luck from Prince Carlos to Paul Turco. And natuwa doon, napatayo sa Michael Mara.
And what a beautiful way to get your bigs involved. Kasi alam naman natin, CSB was struggling from the outside the mid-range. It's time naman to go inside the paint like Arellano. Kasi make sure to get the high percentage shots.
Meanwhile, Mentes mula sa labas, si Larsuna. By the way, that basket by Paul Turco, that's her first field goal since the 6-minute mark. Way back in the second quarter. Gozum wanting to go inside. Almost a steal. A completed one here. Here's Talampas.
Kitang-kita na yung intention ng Arellano. I mean, when it comes to the defense, you can see the intention of CSB rather. They are looking for the player inside the paint. But if you keep doing that, mapabasa talaga ng Arellano. So nakita mo nga, they were able to deflect the pass of Gozum. Kaya right now, you have to find other adjustments rather than going inside the paint. Kaya kahit alam mong it's a higher percentage shot, you have to figure out the other things you can do to confuse the defense. If you can't go inside, do some perimeter shots, but make sure to get everyone else involved.
Here's a three. Mintes mula kay Felix Villarente. And Arellano still cold to start the second half. Can Carlos and Benilde capitalize? Will Gozum the spin? Gozum still cannot buy a second field goal here in this game. Mintes mula sa loob para kay Valencia. Medyo nanlamig itong Arellano. The three, wala mula kay Sunga. Both teams starting off cold here to start the second half.
Cold indeed. And ito, these are little things that you need to remember. Both teams, kahit a ball flies, you have to locate the nearest man and box out. Kaya ito yung nangyayari. A lot of players would just rather run down the court instead of boxing out. So it's better to get everybody involved. Kahit hindi mo tao, lapitan mo na and get that box out.
3 minutes has already gone by here in the third quarter. Only just single 2 points from either team, and that was Benilde make that the first 2 points here in the second half. Lawrence Capulong putting Arellano back up by 10. Oxon handoff wala kay Gozum. They go to Turco. Good defense by Arellano, just doubling itong si Oxon, but that leaves an open-minded man inside, and that's Mark Sanko. Villarente slowing things down, calling the play. Villarente drives the reverse. No! Here's Carlos pushing the pace para sa Benilde Blazers. Carlos driving all the way. And Prince Carlos getting that layup to go. That will be Carlos's first basket made here in this game.
What a way for CSB to convert those shots. Finally matching or even doing better sa pace ng Arellano by running down the court, getting inside the paint, and getting the bigs involved finally. So hopefully makita natin yung big adjustment nila dito sa second half.
Timeout on the floor. Coach Charles Tew wants to talk things over. They're down 6. We'll be right back. Now let's turn things over to Lizelle Nerves, who has more on Coach Charles Tew and the Blazers, what they talked about at the half. Lizelle.
In the dugout, Coach Charles stressed the importance of executing their game plans and to listen to instructions with the intense atmosphere. Even team captain Robbie Nieves stepped up to communicate with the Blazers and reminded them with their main goal, which is to get to the Final Four. And he also said, natrabahuin natin to, hindi to mabibigay sa atin ng basta-basta. Doblehin natin ang effort this second half at walang bibitaw. That's all from the Benilde side. Back to you, Andre and Andre.
Thank you, Lizelle. Robbie Nieves trying to hype his teammates. He is Benilde's captain playing his final season. But they've been cold as a team. As I said, nobody in double figures yet para dito sa Blazers. It's just Mark Sanko who's been the leading scorer with 8 points. But that big three of Oxon, Gozum, and Corteza is quiet today. Even Naive. Carlos, but he's picking it up here. 2 baskets. All coming here in the third period para kay Prince Carlos.
And going back to CSB, kahit na alam naman natin, sinabi mo sa halftime report that they need to stick to their game plan kahit nagkakamali sila or hindi natutuloy. It's good to see the guards of Benilde finding ways to make those broken plays happen like what happened kay Prince Carlos. So it's better talaga to find your way inside the basket.
And that's just Arellano's third three-pointer made in this game, courtesy of Jidan Omotan. And then looking at some plays here, Omotan, a jab step, knocking down the corner triple. Corteza back on the floor para sa Benilde Blazers. So it's Miggy Corteza, Will Gozum, Mix Oxon, Prince Carlos, and Robbie Naive. The five on the floor from Charles Stew. Oxon looking to inbound to the baseline, gives it to Gozum. They need Will to step up his game. Oh, but a tap, turnover para sa Blazers. Tumatakbo si Motan all the way, a miss. At that tap, napunta pa rin sa Arellano and a foul charged on Will Gozum. And the Bastillas will head to the line for two. Let's head back courtside and listen to what Coach Chico Manabat told the Chiefs in the dugout at the half, courtesy of this report from Stephanie Benito.
Thank you, Andre. Coach Chico Manabat commended the team for doing well during the last minutes of the first half and also for executing their defensive game plan and for sticking to their offensive mindset. Pero pinaalalahanan pa rin ni Coach ang koponan na hindi pa tapos ang laban since they were doing well defensively. Ang gusto ni Coach maging tougher yung defense ang team dahil doon daw sila nabubuhay. They have to keep on going, communicate inside the court, coordinate, and stick to their system. Ito daw ang recipe ng team to acing the second half. Ito muna sa ngayon sa panig ng Arellano Chiefs. Balik sa inyo.
Thank you, Stephanie. Well, they're still ahead here by 7. That basket will count para kay Prince Carlos, and he's been on fire here in the third quarter. You see that aggression, Andre, here in the first period from Prince Carlos after not hitting a field goal in the first half. Prince Carlos was 0 of 1 in 10 minutes in the first two quarters. Prince Carlos in 5 minutes here in the third. Now with 6 points, he has a chance to make it 7.
And what I like about yung laro nga nito ni Prince Carlos is, yes, they've noticed that Arellano is defending him well, but he finds ways to enter the basket and create for himself and of course for his team. And this is one way to get rewarded. Basta, pag nababasa mo yung defense from a mile away, make sure to make those adjustments right away.
7 points now for Prince. Keeping Benilde in this one, just down 4 after trailing as much as 10 to end the first half. Ongotan looking to go to Kapulong, 2 seconds, 1 to shoot. Good defense from the Blazers here on that possession, forcing Arellano to not let go of a shot. And Coach Chico Manabat furious on the sidelines, living on Danny Malyari.
Also like to point out, kitang-kita that Kapulong wanted to get the ball inside the paint, but he was being defended very well by the bigs of the CSB. So it's really good to see adjustment na ginagawa ng Blazers sa bigs ng Arellano.
Guy who just checked in, Arciaga, Jess Arciaga, who just was inserted into the lineup by Coach Charles Stew, knocks his first field goal in. He didn't play in the first half. It was Arciaga, one of the 4 rookies nitong Benilde Blazers.
And I want to point out si Arciaga, no, like the things he's doing right now, ito yung mga hindi nakikita sa stats. What a way to double team at the same time have the bigs of Arellano have a hard time receiving the ball.
Samantala, Felix Villarete with that 3. Oxon answering yes para sa Andres. And that is Mix Oxon's second 3-pointer today, which is 6 points para kay Mix. He's 2 of 5 from downtown. The tap. Last touch by the Chiefs. Ball will go back.
And this is what I mentioned earlier. Both teams don't seem to know where their man is to box out, because either the important things you need to do. Once that ball flies, you never know if it's going to go in or not. You really have to hustle. But before hustling, you have to stand your ground and box out.
Oxon getting the friendly rattle in. Second 3-point shot. We know he is a streaky shooter. Did score 29 points in 1 game just a couple of weeks ago here in season 99. And if you're Arellano, you don't want to get that guy going for Benilde.
That is true, and even though nakadalawang tres pa lang to si Oxon, we can already see that he's getting his rhythm back by
has it.
involving.
He fires it again! Yes, para sa tres! Just like that, Oxon knocking down back-to-back threes, getting the lead back to the Benilde Blazers, 45-44. Mix Oxon was just 1 of 4 from downtown in the first 2 quarters, 1 of 5 from the field, just 3 points at the end of the first half. But here in the third, he's scorching hot, 2 of 3 from downtown, that with 9 points. Those last 6 points ng Blazers coming from last season's masked man, Mix Oxon. And he's trying to keep Benilde in this one. Puts him up by 1 after trailing as much as 10. And again, we're talking about his rhythm. Andre, you don't want to get this guy going into your Arellano because he will start to cook from anywhere on the floor.
And like you mentioned, it's going to be a scary sight to see once this guy picks up heat, and looks like it's happening right now. You can see nag-iba na yung body language ng CSB. They are more determined to defend, and of course, hopefully, they will be able to execute more of their plays sa kanilang offense sa next possession.
Also starts on the defensive end. Mr. by Valencia, Suma wanting to kick it out to Villarente. Good anticipation by Mix Oxon. Coach Chico Manabat, that anxious look on his face. I earlier saw his lovely wife, Benilde Santiago Manabat, in attendance with their daughter, Chloe, who's growing taller and taller and taller by the day. I think she's just 7 years old, but she looks like she's way older than 7 years old. You see Chloe, their daughter, anak ni Coach Chico and ni Dindin. Sanko coming back in for the Blazers. Corteza gets back to the bench. Lars Sunga, 2 free throws here for Lars. And there is Big D, Dindin Santiago Manabat. And of course their daughter, there is kanina si Dindin, sabi ni Dindin, kinakabahan ako. Sabi niya, mas kinakabahan akong manood kesa maglaro. Mas gusto ko pang maglaro. And Dindin, one of the best blockers National U has produced and this country has produced, along with her sister Jaja Santiago. Those two in the middle, oh my goodness.
Nightmare for the other team.
Oh, yeah. You said it. It's just our second deadlock. 45 all. Arellano, which we know loves to run. They're the #1 fast-breaking team in the NCAA. But a turnover. Oxon getting the ball back for the Blazers.
Ito na nga kitang-kita yung adjustment ng CSB. Finally, they can see that Arellano will be running down the court, looking for the easiest opportunity inside the paint. Pero na-counter na naman ng CSB by having that amazing presence of mind and knowing where the ball will be going.
Capulong will be called for the foul. Blocking foul.
Lawrence Capulong. His
First personal. Second team foul on the Chiefs here in the third quarter. 2:06 remaining. Happy Sunday po muli sa lahat ng ating mga kapuso. Director at the helm is the veteran, the seasoned director, Alberto Abel Ramos. Nice look inside to Arciaga. Our game producer is R.R. Romano. There is Bill Gozum on the bench. Prince Carlos, who had a good third period, also at the bench.
And this is a good sign to see sa mga bigs ng CSB kasi alam naman natin si Gozum is kind of quiet right now but hopefully gets his rhythm. Pero si Arciaga doing what he can by being aggressive, getting that ball inside the paint, creating for the team, and making sure to be in the right position. So no hope is all lost yet. Kasi obviously nakita natin yung hunger ng mga bigs na pinapasok ni Coach Charles dito para sa CSB.
Jesse Ray, Giancarlo Arciaga. 4 rookies missing on his second free throws. Right here, Jerry Arellano for 3. He overshoots his mark. Back to Villacente and Arellano. Under 2 to play in third. Villacente. Handoff to Valencia. Back to Villacente. The spin. Difficult shot from Felix Villacente. The tap. Makukuha ni Marcos. Back to the Blazers. They want to push it. Halalon is pushing it. Halalon all the way! Gets fouled and he will head to the line for 2. He looked like the bus driver Gio Halalon on that play. That burst of speed from 0 to 100 in just a second. And we know, pag Halalon ang apelido mo, you know you can run and you can run the break.
And what a way to prove that. And of course, props to Arsiaga for sealing, giving that good space for Halalon to attack the basket. Of course, hindi na-connect. But that's what you want to see if you are CSB, knowing that meron ka pang mga guards and bigs who are so aggressive in this game.
You know, Jericho had a good earlier season playing for the juniors team of Arellano. There's Kuya Gio. And then he was sidelined with that knee injury. That's why he had to miss all throughout the rest of the shortened season in juniors for Arellano. And he seeks his second free throw. There's Gio with some notes, I'm sure. Some mental notes, and he will give some tips and advice to his little brother after the game. Arellano down 2. 10-point lead suddenly gone. Suma, the 3, wala.
Ayan, you can already notice that Arellano wants to attack the basket, but yun nga lang, CSB is defending very well. So it looks like they really listen up dun sa kanilang huddle and knowing that their game plans sa defense. So pag upapansin natin, Arellano is already having a difficult time getting their high percentage shots inside the paint. So props to CSB for that good defense.
Ball back to Arellano. Geronimo, a nice pass inside to Kapulong. That was a good play from the baseline. Geronimo spotting the big man, Lawrence Kapulong, who now has 8.
Gotta love the game of Kapulong. Very patient, always knowing where to go, knows his spots, and always obviously not a selfish player. He's very unselfish and will always get his team involved.
Nice look by Naive to Mark Sanko, who's now in double figures. 10 points para kay Mark Sanko, is the first Benilde Blazer in double figures. Nice pass mula kay Robbie Naive. Suma, guarded by Marcos. Valencia has it. 6 under shot clock. Valencia drawing the double. Valencia in trouble. Valencia putting a wild shot up. Back to the Blazers. 2 seconds. Separating the shot clock and the game clock. Dying seconds here in the third. Marcos asking for it, doesn't get it. Naive has it. Arsiaga getting ready to set the screen for Robbie Naive. 5 on their shot clock. Naive splitting the defense, threading the needle, and scoring on that layup to end the third. And the heave is no good. Para dito sa Arellano. And at the end of the third quarter, Benilde outscoring itong Arellano 25-11 to be up 51-47. Fourth quarter coming up after the break. Looked like the first quarter where Benilde has outscored Arellano again, 16-12 in the first, 25-11 in the third, and that was that 20-0 outburst to the last 6 minutes to end the first half in the second quarter. Kaya nga lumamang ang Arellano by 10 at the end of the first 2 quarters. But let's see if Arellano can duplicate that second quarter, Andre, here as we're about to begin our fourth and final period.
And just looking at the third quarter, I think we can finally say that CSB is getting the rhythm again. So, you know.
Well, thanks to Prince Carlos.
Oh, yes, Prince Carlos. And of course, sa absence ng ibang bigs, we have Arciaga, who's doing his best talaga sa defense. These are things you don't see in the stats.
Hobson had 2 threes.
Exactly. So, things are coming together finally for the CSB. And ito naman ang Arellano, the only way to match this right now is just to play their game by obviously converting their shots. You can see they're doing their best to attack the basket, but yun nga lang, nauutakan sila ng Benilde by defending properly. Pero nakita naman natin, ang gaganda rin ng mga adjustment ng Arellano Chase.
If you're Arellano, you just have to go back to what worked for you, especially in that second period when he outscored Benilde. 3 by Capulong, a miss. And Carlos, and I believe getting entangled there with Ongotan. Let's see what happened there. Let's go back to the replay. So it was after the Capulong 3. You see at the bottom of your screens, both Carlos and Ongotan going out of bounds. Double foul called on both Ongotan and Carlos. No extra motion after that. Play resumes. Alalon has it. Benilde up by 4. 51-47. Carlos guarded by Ongotan. Using that screen set by Arciaga. The drive by Carlos, who wanted to go to Sanko.
That was a good intention on the part of Prince kasi ang ganda ng help ng Arellano sa kanya. For him to see that next big open, yun nga lang, you just have to be patient and keep your eyes open for those drop passes.
There's an open 3. Short. Just grazing the front iron. Balik sa kabila. Arciaga misses. Dairit now in the game. Ralph Yanes also in the game. So some players who didn't see action in the first half getting some playing time here in the fourth and final quarter. Villarente wanting to go inside. Nobody rolled to the basket. It was supposed to be Dairit. Alalo, an extra pass to Carlos. Stopping. Popping it, but missing on a shot. Tumatakbo ulit ang Arellano. Ooh, good steal from behind by Carlos. Here's Alalo. And Carlos says, let's slow things down. You see Sako, the 3. No. And Capulong secures the ball back in the rebound. Capulong now has 8 rebounds. Now let's listen to Lizelle Nerves and we'll ask more on the Benilde Blazers. Lizelle.
Reminded the team to keep helping out their teammates. When the ball is being pressured, be ready to play sinabi and din niya ang koponan to get those rebounds, communicate, and show their aggressiveness to win. It all boils down to this. In the last few minutes of this ball game, will the Blazers finally secure their fate? Back to you, Andre and Andre.
Thank you. Lizelle Nerves doing courtside duties for the Benilde Blazers. They're up by 4, but it's not over yet. 8 minutes to go. Change here in the fourth. Drive by Villarente. Oh, check that. That was Ongotan. Gets that basket.
And you can finally see Adriano finally coming alive here. Their plays are finally coming to life. They're executing properly. Ito naman CSB, they just need to adjust and help out earlier once Arellano gets inside the paint.
Walkson goes to Sampo. Extra pass, Naive. Rebounded by Yanis.
Ito kita natin, Andre, that CSB is already making shots from the, trying to make shots from the beyond the arc and mid-range instead of going inside the paint. So if I were them, they should go back to their basic plays and be inside the paint.
Samantala, Ongotan, yes! Para sa 3, and he is on fire here after that 2. Now Ongotan has 8 points. Naive, the 3, wala. We've had 5 lead changes. Arellano back in the driver's seat, 52-51. Under 7 to play, this fourth and pivotal quarter. Ongotan feeling it! Bang! Bang! Bang!
Now this is a sight to see. We all know Arellano loves to go inside the paint, pero what a change of offense. They are feeling it from beyond the arc.
8 points here to fourth. Sinagot naman ni Mitch Sokson with another three. It's raining outside. It's raining threes inside the Phil Eco-Oil Center. Arellano still up one though. 55-54. Ongotan drives, and he has been a man possessed here in the fourth and final quarter. 10 points in 3 minutes for Jinan Ongotan.
Talk about adjustments. They can close out from the beyond the arc, pero pag may depensa, aatake talaga sila sa basket.
And not just on the offensive end, Ongotan has to guard that man, Okson, but misses that three. And let's head back now to Arellano's side. Listen to what Stephanie Benito has to say about the Chiefs.
Kanina, Andre, during the third quarter, pinalalaan nitong si Coach Chico Manabat ang team na ingatan na ang lamang. Kaya medyo hindi nagustuhan ni Coach Chico ngayong quarter ang nangyayari kanina noong hinahayaan na nilang makalamang-lamang ang kalaban. Lumambot daw ang mga ito sa depensa. Pero so far, yung mga paalala naman ni Coach Chico nagre-reflect naman sa game ng Arellano Chiefs. Para sa huling quarter, iwasan na daw ang extra movements. Take care of the ball and stick to their system dahil doon daw sila nakalamang kanina at nakakalamang. Ngayon, for the last quarter naman, wag na daw nilang hayaang maulit ang nakaraan na panalo na sanang para sa kanila na wala pa. Ito muna sa ngayon sa panig ng Arellano. Balik sa iyo.
Maraming salamat, Stephanie. And it's been the Ongotan show here for Arellano. Sophomore guard. Here he is. But look at the defense collapsing on Ongotan. You know he has a hot hand, but good pass to Kapulong. Good roll to the basket. Good two-man game between Ongotan and Lawrence Kapulong.
That was a beautifully executed play. What a way to use that size of Kapulong and enter the basket, and what a way to get rewarded.
Naive seeing an opening, driving to the basket. First field goal in a while mula kay Robbie Naive.
And this is what you want to see kay Robbie Naive. If he's not connected from the outside, be sure that he will read the defense and attack that basket. And what a way for him to come alive dito sa ating fourth quarter.
Been giving it to Ongotan the past few possessions because something good is happening every time Ongotan has it. Not that time. He misses on that jumper. Here's Naive. Naive driving. Naive dishing to Gozum. Blocked from behind there by Yanis, and here's Villacente Mentes. Another miss. That time it goes inside. Direct.
Like I mentioned earlier, to avoid these second chance points, you really have to box out the nearest man. Kahit hindi mo tao, box out na ng box out.
Long Direct. Didn't play the first 3 quarters. Carlos gets fouled, taking the 3. And he will head to the line for 3 free throws with Chico Manaba trying to plead Villarente's case to the officials. Let's go back. Some really good plays here. Ongotan to Lawrence Kapulong. That pick and roll, and then Naive with a drive. And then Villarente missing. Mintes ulit. And then Direct was there. Clean it up. Carlos had a good third quarter. Scored all his points in that third period. Back at the line. Prince Carlos, one of the graduating seniors nitong Benilde Blazers, excellent free throw shooter at 93%, has only missed one single free throw before this game. Wow. He was 13 of 14 before this game started, and if we're gonna include today, he is perfect. So far for Carlos, 15 out of 16 free throws in season 99. Make that 16 out of 17. One of the best free throw shooters in the NCAA.
And if you're CSB, if you're in need of energy, get it from Vince Carlos. Because what a way for him not to give up, not only on offense, but on defense. What a way for him to get everybody involved as well.
Another turnover there for the Chiefs. This is turnover number 9 for Arellano. Possession back to Benilde. Naive attacks, and Naive has been attacking. Robbie Naive now with 11. Benilde ties it up at 61 all. Our fourth deadlock today. 3:46 remaining in this game. Stay with us only here on GTV. Let's go back at some highlights here mula kay Ungotan. A native out of Sorsogon. Sorsogon native itong si Ungotan Bicolano, who's been doing the damage here in the fourth and final quarter. If he's not dishing it, he's scoring it inside and out. Using his body, using the drives. Second season in the NCAA. Ang kanyang idol, Scotty Thompson. He's been doing the damage with 20-year-old 5'9" guard out of Bulan, Sorsogon. Has been keeping the Chiefs in this one. We're tied at 61 all. 3 minutes and 46 remaining.
Right now, Andre, all I can say, it's the battle of consistency. We are tied up. We just got to see who wants it more. Let's see who's more consistent in offense and, of course, on defense.
Villarente manning the point for Arellano, guarded by Prince Carlos. Wanting to use that Kapulong screen. Here's the hot hand. Ungotan draws a double. Kapulong, 3 to shoot. Kapulong losing a handle on the ball. Stolen away by Benilde. That is the 10th turnover here in this game by Arellano. Naive says, teka lang.
Smart move on the part of Robbie by setting up the offense instead of going with the flow of Arellano by keeping attacking.
Oh, nice play. Nice roll to the basket by Sanko. But Oxon knew the second defender. 2 defenders coming out to Oxon because he's a deadly threat from the outside, but he sees Sanko rolling to the basket.
And what way to take advantage of those moments, knowing that kung didepensahan ka sa three-point line ng double team, most likely might open dyan, and it was during na doon sa mga bigs ng CSB.
Sunga taking the 3, a miss. Naive getting the rebound. Coach Charles Steele calling the play, telling Naive what play to call.
That is right. Just keep the pace, control the pace.
Naive drives the kick out to Carlos. A 3, no. Tapik, papupunta kay Sanko. Offensive rebound. Second play, Oxon fires away. Carlos is there. Right place, right time. Good tap. Mula kay Jess Arciaga to Prince Carlos. And an offensive foul called on Felix Villarente.
And like I mentioned earlier, if you're looking for some energy, get it from Prince Carlos. What a way to be present on defense and, of course, also on offense.
That's his fourth.
Look at Carlos. Heads up play by Carlos. Right on Villarente. And then slight push. Offensive foul. Possession back with Benilde. Final 2 minutes. It's winning time. Oxon has it. Oxon, difficult fall away. It's good. Biggs, Oxon. Oxon, what a time to come. We know he's clutch. We know he can get a bucket anytime. But big basket there mula kay Oxon puts Benilde up by 6. A minute and 45 to go. Arellano needs a basket. They need it quick. Here's a 3. No, kapulong the offensive board. And he will head to the line for 2.
And like I mentioned earlier, to avoid these things, you really have to box out. You can't just... You always have to be present, in other words. And this is what happens. You are rewarding the other team with a second chance point. So kailangan talaga mag-adjust and locate the nearest man and box out.
The past few plays have been working para sa Blazers. Makes Oxon part of those plays. Getting the jumper, dishing it to Sanko. And then that tap by Arsiaga to Carlos. Kapulong, big free throws, and he sinks them both. Ongotan comes back in. Brief rest. Again, Ongotan has been superb here in the fourth quarter.
Oh, you can see Arellano already picking up early. Arellano picking up early. So which means you can already say that they are trying to get into CSB's heads by making them uncomfortable before they even get to set up sa half court.
That's her last foul to give. Itong Arellano with a minute 29 to go. Ongotan scoring 10. Arellano 16 points here in the fourth and final quarter. Carlos back in playing the point. He has Oxon, the right wing. Naive and Sanko on the other end. Carlos, an opening. The roll by Arsiaga. The ball will stay with the Blazers. Lucky break for Benilde.
Lucky break indeed. And what a beautiful play, knowing that Arellano thought that they were going to be taking the shot from beyond the arc, but they saw the opening, that beautiful cut, the cut in the basket, the Arsiaga. So what a way to reward him.
And we'll go to the replays here, our officials. Heading to the officials table. Ray Hufana is our crew chief, and Dave Maligaya. We'll replay kung sino nga bang nag-last touch as we see Chico Manabat trying to rally his troops. This young Arellano team. Not much was really expected from this team entering season 99 with a new coach and Coach Chico, with a lot of rookies, with 3 graduating seniors, with Abastillas, Malyarin, Talampas, but 10 rookies para dito sa Arellano, but they've been playing hard. And they have 1 win as opposed to 5 losses, trying to get win number 2 at the expense of last season's runners-up, the Benilde Blazers.
And speaking of talaga for Arellano and CSB, consistency lang talaga. And kitang-kita naman, they are both consistent in what they're doing. Yung nga lang, nalalamangan talaga ng CSB when it comes to executing their plays. Ito naman Arellano, important lang talaga nila is to keep their game by keep on running and getting open inside the paint.
Shot clock has reset to 14 to the dismay of Coach Chico. So fresh 14 seconds para dito sa Benilde Blazers. They're up by 4, 67-63. Good pass by Carlos to Sanko. Could not get it, but he will head to the line for 2 free throws. And that is the final foul by Arellano. They're already in the penalty. Ito yung nakita natin sa baba, si Kapulong at si Arsiaga. Pero wala naman tawag. They're asking for some fouls from Arellano bench here. Sanko at the line.
And for Benil, what a way to take advantage of the situation by always going inside the paint. Ito naman, at the part of Arellano, they have to do better when it comes to being aware of who's entering the paint. It doesn't matter if you're a big or your guard, you have to help out. Kung malapit ka sa bola or wala out the ball, you have to make sure you make those players uncomfortable from entering the painted
Sako
area.
missing both free throws, but Arsiaga with the offensive board. Another chance here for Benil to extend their lead. Oxon has it. He is deadly in this part of the game. The clutch, Oxon forced to take that three. With the shot clock winding down, here come the Chiefs. Under a minute to play. Possession will stay with Arellano.
Beautiful defense on the part of Arsiaga. What a way to stay in front of the driving guard. Ito, kita natin yung mga adjustment nila dito sa possession ng Arellano.
Villarente will bring the ball inbounds from the baseline. Oh, wait a minute. Coach Charles Liu asking for a replay, and they will go to the screens. That's what Coach Charles is asking referee Dave Maligaya to go to the screens. And even consultant Raiko Toroman is on the floor talking to Charles Liu.
There is a head coach challenge by the
There's a
CSB
challenge.
Blazers
So
on the last out of bounds play.
So the Benil Blazers will challenge the last out-of-bounds play. They will go to the screens. Our two referees, our crew chief Ray Bufana and Jemar Toledo, now on the officials table. I think this is the play that they wanted to review. Ayun. So because it's with Arellano.
Yes. Head coach challenge by the CSB Blazers unsuccessful.
Oh, challenge is unsuccessful.
Oh, okay.
16 seconds on the
So that means the ball remains with
Arellano.
Arellano, okay.
And Coach Charles says, okay. So it was last touch by a Blazer indeed. Villarente inbounding the ball from the baseline. Gives it to Ungotan. Ungotan doesn't get the bounce. The tap. Carlos has it. Carlos gives it to Arsiaga. Sako over to Carlos. And Arellano not fouling. There it is. And Chico Manabat is furious on the sidelines because that foul will send Prince Carlos to the line. And again, to reiterate my point, as we take a look at Carlos just evading defenders, they wasted a lot of time on the clock, and then they fouled at the last second, and that will send one of the best, or not the best, free throw shooter in the NCAA at 93%.
And you gotta understand the frustration of the coach of all players to foul. You fouled the one with a high percentage free throw. So all you have to do right now kung Arellano ka is to adjust the defense and pick up early kasi it's already the last few seconds ng ating game.
Carlos, oh, but missing on the second free throw. Door is still open for Arellano, but time not on their side. Someone has to let it go. They're down 5. Valencia fires. Yes! Bajas a tres. Troy Valencia keeping Arellano in it. The steal. The up fake. No! Marcos. Oxon gets fouled. Ooh, a sorry miss that could have tied things at 68 all. And that could have sent possibly this game into overtime.
Exactly. What a game. And now ito nga, Oxon, another great free throw shooter.
This is Valencia's 3 that goes down, and then the steal, but a miss, and then Marcos secures it back for Benil, gives it to Oxon, and he's fouled.
Wow, what a turn of events.
And you don't mind having extra 5 minutes between these two teams, right?
Of course. I mean, if we're part of this atmosphere right now with the fans going crazy, who wouldn't want to stay here longer
Let's
with
take a look.
everyone else?
Ito yung three-pointer ni Valencia that went down, and then Marcos to Carlos. So the foul will be called on Troy Valencia, holding foul. That will send Migs Oxon to the line, an 85% free throw shooter. Has only missed 3 free throws this season. Benilde has a couple of really good free throw shooters in Carlos and Oxon.
And speaking of obviously mga great free throw shooters, both of them are on the court right now. So, ito nga, pag Arellano ka, you really have to make huge adjustments when it comes to defense in mga next possessions.
And Oxon calmly sitting that free throw in. Actually, ang dami yan sa Benilde. Even si Oxon, si Naive. Oxon is number 4 in free throw percentage at 85%. Naive is 85.7%.
Wow.
And then itong si Carlos nga, who's a dead-eye shooter from the free throw line, 93%. 2-possession game. Benilde up 4, 70-66 with 12.6 remaining. Arellano will have the possession right after the break. .6 seconds remaining in our third and final game this Sunday. Let's head back to the schedule now. We will resume on Tuesday, October 17th, still here at the Philo Eco Oil Center in San Juan City, starting with the Perpetual Altas. Fresh off that victory earlier over the Letran Knights, they'll be taking on the San Veteran Lions. That will be a good clash at 2 p.m. And then battle of some heavyweights. Up top, the LPU Pirates with a 6-2 win-loss card. They will face the JRU Heavy Bombers, 4 wins and 3 losses. That will be a good matchup as well. 2 very exciting games again on Tuesday. Live on GTV, GMANetwork.com, and the NCAA Philippines page on Facebook, and our channel on YouTube. Let's see what play Coach Chico Manabat drew up. Time is not on their side, and a steal. And that will do it for the Benilde Blazers. And a foul on Prince Carlos, and as we know, although Prince missed a free throw earlier, but he's one of the best free throw shooters in the NCAA. Coach Charles Seal with a nod.
And based on the play there, no, Andre, kitang-kita na they wanted to go to the bigs. Kumbaga, get their high percentage shot inside the paint. Yung nga lang, ang ganda ng defense ng CSP kay Capulong.
Capulong losing a handle on the ball, but if you're Arellano, you don't want Capulong to be that far to the basket. It's not one of his strong suits. You want him very deep near the ring.
Exactly, inside or finding a way to do those screens to get your teammate open or roll hard to the basket. But yun nga lang, as I said earlier, maganda nga ang defense ng CSP sa part nun sa play.
Jay Talampas is back in for Carlos sinking. Free throw. Carlos now has 13 points. Has only missed a single free throw today. 5 of 6. Perfect on that trip. This brings Carlos 7 of 8 from the line. 15 total points for Carlos, just right behind Migs Oxon's 16. They're the only 4 players in double figures para dito sa Benilde Blazers, and a heat by Talampas. That will be the ball game. 72-66 in favor of Charles Steele and the Benilde Blazers. Charles Steele and Chico Manabat, 2 good friends, having a laugh at center court. And the Benilde Blazers, their win streak is still beating alive here. 3-game win streak para sa last season's runners-up. They go up now to 4-3, tied with the JRU Heavy Bombers at the 5th and 6th place, also tied with the EAC Generals. So you will see the updated team standings later on, but there is the official final tally. 72 para sa Benilde Blazers, 66 para sa Arellano Chiefs. A game that saw Chiefs lead as much as 10. The Blazers were up as much as 11, but scared. They were down by 10 at the end of the first half. They turned it up in the second half, outscoring itong Arellano in the last two quarters, 46-30. And let's listen to the school hymn of College of St. Benilde, victorious, getting win number 4 in 7 games in season 99.
Kilalanin na natin ang mga panibagong mga kasama natin sa ating broadcast team. It's time to meet Marco and Maya.
Hey, it's your girl Maya.
What's up, guys? I'm Marco.
We're your Kapuso AI sportscasters.
Do you want the latest news?
Again, the final score, the Benilde Blazers still keeping their winning streak alive, 72-66. And we hear those cheers from the crowd because you'll find out in just a bit who we're with here in the middle. But again, now Benilde 4-3. They are tied with the EAC Generals and the JRU Heavy Bombers. A logjam there in the middle, but Benilde picking things up, looking like the runners-up from last season, victorious by 6 after a scare being given by the Arellano Chiefs. They were up by 10 at the half, but they lose to this man and the Benilde Blazers. Andre Felix, kasama si Andre Baras. Kasama namin, hindi si Andre Chu, Charles Chu.
Yes.
Bakit kasi Andre.
Si Andre yung sinisigawan ng mga fans.
Ikaw.
Ako ba?
Si Andre, si
Sino
Andre.
ba?
Coach Charles?
Kayong dalawa.
Andre.
Akala ko ikaw. But anyway, congratulations. You know, I remember our last conversation. Sabi mo hindi ka madalas na-invite dito. That was your first time to be invited. This is now your second time? Third time?
I don't know. Second time.
Second time, no?
Ikaw ang swerte, Andre.
Oo nga, no? Kasi since last Wednesday, you're right. So, but first of all, let's talk about this game, Coach Charles. You were up by 11 in the first quarter. Then you were down. It was a 20-0 run by Arellano to end that first half. I'm sure you had a lot of things to say, but that got things going. It was a good start in the third period. Props to Prince Carlos, Robbie Naive, Mix Oxon doing Mix Oxon things. But what can you say overall about this win? A win is a win, but I'm sure there were a couple of things that you weren't happy about.
Yeah, you know, I didn't have to say too much at the half. I told them if they didn't want to play, then, you know, forget it. Let's just chill and have fun here and relax because they didn't look like they wanted to play. It's a bit embarrassing, to be honest. I mean, not playing with any pride. Basically, they allowed Arellano to do everything that we talked about in our preparation, which is a little bit mind-boggling and frustrating in my part. And it's not the effort; it's just not being smart enough. I mean, I credit to Arellano coach Chico Manaba. They've been playing great basketball their last few games. They look like a different team. It's not an easy game, and I'm more upset at our team than anything. And luckily, we were able to escape with a win. Credit to the players, but we have to do a better job. We're still far from where we want to be, and it was not a nice win by any means.
Your thoughts about your boys and how they played. Of course, Mark Sanko was also big in this game. Prince Carlos, as I said, and then of course Mix Oxon, who we've talked about so many times, delivering, getting buckets. But things that you want to bank on moving forward with your veterans coming up alive also, and then you know, delivering, especially when it matters most in the game.
No, I'm happy with the way Prince played. He had 7 assists. He made some big shots when we needed him. When we needed him to score, he played great. Mix Oxon is a bit of a given. He struggled. He was actually minus 19 in the first half, but he turned it around in the second half. Mark Sanko rebounded well. He was also instrumental in our win. But I really want to praise our younger rookies, Jericho Halalo.
Yes,
He got, it was a plus 12, played 11 minutes. Actually, nag-cramps siya, linuloko ko siya, 11 minutes, nag-cramps ka na. But this is his former high school, Arellano, so I wanted to give him a chance. His brother Gio was watching. And then
Correct.
Jesse Arshaga, one of our rookies, also played excellent basketball. Played only in the second half, but he was ready, and he was a big lift for us. So everybody chipped in, especially in a game where Will and Cortez are really struggling.
And tamang coach, I'm just curious kasi we all know Arellano loves to run the court, tapos kayo naman, you love it when you guys control the pace. How are you guys able to prepare against a team that loves to run?
Well, you know, we keep talking about transition defense. We worked on it a lot this week. We worked on just getting back with defense. It was one of our points of emphasis, if not our main concern leading up to the game. So that's a great question. But, you know, in the first half, I don't know what we were doing. We were throwing the ball away. We weren't getting back on defense. But in the second half, I think in the third quarter, we shut them down, took away their fast break points, and that's how we got back in the game. I think we did a much better job. Defensively, we only allowed 30 points in the second half.
Well, Coach, I know it's still a long season ahead, but and as I said, a win is a win, and it's a 3-game win streak. And you're now logged in the middle with EAC and JRU. Your next game will be next week, diba?
EAC, we play EAC and Letran.
Yes, and EAC, well, two tough games because against EAC ang next game nyo 4-3. They lost today, and then you have Letran, and you know, as the cliche goes, it's dangerous when you face a team that has nothing to lose. The 3-time defending champion still doesn't have a win. Your plan moving forward, facing really 2 tough teams with EAC and then Letran.
It's almost crazy, you know. Sometimes we're like, should Letran win one game at least before they face us, or a couple of games para mamaya sa amin ilabas lang. Oh, it's so hard to beat a team that's probably angry and frustrated. They want to get their win badly. Obviously, they're a big concern for us, but it's not even about the finals rematch. We're just worried about our team, so that's one big game. But before that, we play EAC on Friday. They played some great basketball. They're executing very well. Credit to their whole management and staff. So it's going to be a competitive game for us. Hopefully, we have enough time to rest. Pero back-to-back yun eh. Friday, Sunday, medyo nakakapagod. But we'll deal with the game on Friday and worry about our next opponent after. All we need is to get one win, one game at a time.
At least Friday pa, a few more days kasi today's Sunday and then a few more days again. Mas okay ba sa'yo yun, Coach? Kasi last Wednesday, last game nyo and then Sunday and then sa Friday ulit or mas gusto mo yung...
No, we'd love more rest but it's really hard those back-to-back Friday, Sunday, one game in between. Mahirap talaga eh. You know, I mean, I think they did the scheduling pretty well naman. Every team has to go through that, so you know, we just have to take care of our own business.
Should you be concerned about, you know, I'll ask you now, about Will Gozum, Miggy Corteza? I know last season is totally different, but Miggy Corteza was just brilliant last season. Will Gozum, he was awarded the league MVP. Now, a couple of games, medyo, you know, thanks to Robbie Naive, thanks to Migs Oxon, you're still in it and you've been winning. But of course, as I said, if you want to go all the way, you need those guys, Corteza and Gozum.
Absolutely. I'm happy to escape with a win without them, but I think it's a good wake-up call for them. Number one, that you know that you're one of our main scorers, both of them. Now teams prepare for you, they really scout you well, so they find a way to shut you down, and teams have been doing that. The good thing is other guys are stepping up, and it's nice to have a team that we can go on, have a deeper rotation, use different guys to step up when they're not playing. But with that being said, I'm a little bit concerned, but not panicking just yet. I mean, those two are great players. I'm sure they'll figure it out sooner or later. I hope it comes sooner, and I hope they play better because we need them to win some games.
And I know we're looking forward to the likes of your bigs being present again. Will there be something you'll be telling them? Will you give them adjustments, or like the coach you are, would you let them or let the games go to them?
No, actually, that's one thing. That's a great point. I usually let them just play it out and figure it out. But you know, I also have to pull the plug if they're not playing well. Like today, they weren't playing well. But yeah, we have to correct a lot of things. But number one, they got a rebound. Both of them didn't rebound. They combined for 2 rebounds. My 2 best big men, and you know, it's tough to win a game like that.
But it's good to see also na, you know, yes, your bigs were struggling. Pero the likes of Arsiaga was there. Yung mga nagagawa niya were not in the stats because he was able to defend Kapulong properly. Was this something part of your game plan as well, or is this something that you just had to adjust at the moment of the game?
Paul Turco, I just want to say, before you answer that question, Paul Turco, 11 rebounds for him.
Absolutely. Jesse Arsiaga's been playing well in practice. I wanted to give our other bigs a chance first in the first half. That's why he was one of my later bigs. But I know he's always ready and he's becoming a very reliable big man. So really credit to him. And yes, Paul has been playing better. Hopefully he just doesn't get us nervous. Maybe gets more of a feel sa NCAA. Let's not forget, these guys, they both came from DLSU. Jesse wasn't even part of the pool of DLSU. Turco barely played or made the lineup but didn't see any action. So these are their first reps in the NCAA, which is a high-level league. So I'm happy that they're getting some run and producing.
Coach, you know, we've done this before. Gusto mo magstay until 5 p.m. dito?
Gusto ko na umuwi. Gusto ko na. Magsisimba pa ako.
Okay, I know your wife Sari is here, but of course, your family, who else do you want to say hello to in the community of Benilde? Go ahead, Coach.
Of course, I thank the Lord again for the victory. My parents who are probably watching. I think my family who's been supportive, my wife, and everybody who's been supportive of Benilde. Our team managers, Sir Boss Frank, Sir Eric, Sir Rafi, Sir Andoy, Cardo. Too many. Sir Nilo, he's probably watching in Vancouver right now. Sir Renji. So all our supporters, thank you so much. We hope you can continue to support our Benilde team, and hopefully we can have more fans in the game. We're still outnumbered by most of our opposing schools. Although my game in De La Salle today, so understandable. But hopefully you can support us, and thank you for all the support and well wishes.
Oh, big game also for the Archers, but big game. Well, 1 down for the Blazers. The hottest team in the NCAA, I think. So far, 3-game win streak. They're up now to 4-3, but up ahead will be the EAC Generals on Friday. That will be a good one. Coach, always a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you, Andres.
Thank you, Coach.
Of course, the winning coach that led St. Benilde to the Final Four and even to the finals last season. He's trying to do that and go all the way this season. Coach Charles Stew, Benilde Blazers up winning 72-66. When we return, we will be speaking to Mix Oxon. Also, we'll hear from Prince Carlos. All that and more coming your way when we return. Tumutok lamang dito sa GTV.
kilalanin na natin ang mga panibagong mga kasama natin sa ating broadcast team. It's time to meet Marco and Maya.
Hey, it's your girl, Maya.
What's up, guys? I'm Marco.
We're your Kapuso AI sportscasters.
Do you want the latest news about the biggest leagues and tournaments in the Philippines?
Welcome back to the live and exclusive coverage of your NCAA Season 99. 3 games down, or a triple header this Sunday. 72-66 is the final score for third game, with the Benilde Blazers keeping their win streak alive. 3 straight games prevailing, and they're now 4-3. And one of the big reasons why is this guy. He's a walking bucket. Last week, I was with Benji Paras. Now I'm with Andre Paras, but he's still here with us. It's Mix Oxon. So last week it was Papa Bear, Benji Paras, and now it's Andre, but you're still the best player of the game. Do you think it's luck or it's something really No, because congratulations again. You've been playing solid, Mix Oxon.
Siguro I just want to give thanks to my teammates kasi I know I could have not have done it without them. So, you know, sa stats show na I'm the leading scorer, but we all know na malaking bagay yung, for example, rebound ni McCoy or yung layup ni Prince, you know. So, I just want to share all the credit na na-receive ko to them, and, you know, I can't win without them.
Well, last game you had 19. Today you had 16. But as you said, Migs, kumbaga, it's not just about the final box score, because let's talk about other guys. It was you were lamang kayo by 11 in the first quarter, and then it was a 22-0 run to end the first half. It was difficult. And then you came alive, hitting threes is what you do best in that third period. And then Prince Carlos, also big third quarter. Robbie Naive, and also credit guys like Jericho Halalon, Jesse Arciaga, Paul Turco, Mark Sanko. What does this say about the character and identity of this team? We know we always talk about you, Will Gozum, Miggy Corteza, but having guys like Robbie Naive, who's a proven veteran, Mark Sanko, who delivered, Paul Turco, who's a young big, and then Jericho Halalo, Jess Arciaga, so on and so forth.
I think it says now we can overcome any adversity as long as we stick together and we just trust each other, you know. We yung halftime namin is the locker room was the mood was very bad, so, you know, we just collected ourselves and, you know, just showed up sa second half.
Sabi nga ni Coach Charles, Andre, before you asked that question, wala siyang sinabi. Because I was expecting, you know, a lot of sermon. And masasabi si Coach Charles, he didn't say anything. He let it up to you guys. What was talked about in the locker room, if that's okay, at the half? Who spoke and what did you guys say to get things going up a notch in the second half?
I think si Robbie, because given he is our captain, but I think internally we just said to ourselves, you know, na malayo pa. It's 2 quarters left and we just need to bounce back, you know, let go any emotions na na-feel namin ng first half and just play basketball sa second half, and gratefully we got to win.
And of course, Inga, we all know you as a very unselfish player, always loves to get everybody involved in the game. But what was that switch that made you realize that, look, I have to step up, I have to make these shots, I have to get everyone else involved, but I have to do this in my way or my terms? What was that moment that you realized na, oh, it's my time to help my team?
First of all, yung first half, I played really bad. So nung halftime, I talked to myself, you know, to just step up and show up second half. So, you know, I collected myself and just be confident sa shots na tinitake ko, you know, channel that inner Mamba mentality, if you guys say so.
Yeah. You know, you were 1 of 5 in the first half. Makes just 1 3, 1 of 4 from downtown, but you picked it up in the second, making 2 threes, back-to-back possessions in the third quarter. You finished with 5 out of 14. You were 4 of 9 in the second half from field goal, of course, 16 points. And it doesn't get easier. I was talking to Coach Charles about it. What else? Of course, when we talk about Benilde, last season, you surprised everybody. You made all the way to the finals. This season, medyo shaky start compared to last season, but you're in the middle of things, and you'll be facing EAC on Friday and then Letran on Sunday.
So we just take it one game at a time, you know. I always say to myself to, you know, the famous saying, chop wood, carry water. So just stick to the process, take it one game at a time, and just, you know, just play basketball, have fun.
I asked this will be the last question, then we're gonna have you shout out again. I asked Coach Charles this. Dapat pa siya maging concerned. Should you be concerned about your teammates? Miggy Corteza, Will Gozum, who've been a little bit struggling lately.
I'm not concerned because I know they'll bounce back. You know, Will and Miggy are proven scorers, and I know they will find their rhythm. maybe next game, maybe the other game. Pero, our yung trust namin, nandun pa rin sa kanila. Trust namin kay Will and Miggy. They're our top 2 scorers last season, and I know it will show up. And maybe second round or next game, basta they will show up.
Well, congratulations again to you.
Thank you, bro.
Great game. Of course, Robbie Naive, Prince Carlos also, and the young rookies, Jericho Halalon, Paul Turco, Jesse Arsiaga. People you want to greet. Migs, again, go ahead.
First of all, I want to say thanks to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I want to say hi to my family sa Davao, my mom, my dad, my brother who's watching here, to my girlfriend Chloe and her family. I want to give a shout out to Kuya Jello. I want to give thanks to the CSB community and those who support us today. Thank you, and may you continue to support us.
Well, this kid just gets buckets and buckets and buckets, even if it's Benji Paras or Andre Paras, kahit sino.
Kahit sinong Andre.
This guy, best player of the game again, Migs Oxon, 16 points, helping St. Benilde to get their 4th win this season. Well, Migs, maraming salamat, but let's watch this. Our awesome plays, mga kapuso.
Rim-rattling dunks, acrobatic finishes, clutch baskets, and major upsets. They're all here in our top 10 plays for Week 3 of NCAA Season 99 Men's Basketball. At number 10, it's Perpetual's Jun Roque rising up for a two-handed dunk on the fast break. How about another aerial maneuver at number 9? James Payosi doing his best impression of Michael Jordan's stretch finish in Space Jam.
Pumosing pa sa ere!
Sa number 8, bumangga sa pader, munti ka nang matumba, pero nagawan pa rin ang paraan ni Jacob Cortez ng San Beda. Isang crucial naman sa number 7, Dominic Deirit na ipasok ang corner triple para matulungan ang Arellano na makamit ang kanilang unang panalo ngayong season. Isa pang clutch basket sa number 6. Siya na naman, Paulo Hernandez po, tagapagligtas ng Mapua. Continuing the countdown at number 5. Miguel Oxon shooting the shot quicker than you can say, shoot it. Oh, he already did. He already did. What about execution at number 4? Here's a masterful play drawn up by Red Lions head coach Yuri Escueta as Jacob Cortez finds Alex Visser uncontested at the rim to win the San Beda Letran rivalry game.
Wow!
Here at number 3, one of the NCAA's best outside shooters, Maclod Guadagna sends the game into overtime with a timely triple.
He was the one who took the triple.
At number 2, a silver lining in Letran's nightmare of a season so far. Kevin Santos showing us a glimpse of his potential with this powerful slam. At para sa ating number 1 play, King Burtiza with a game-tying fadeaway that led to EAC's conquest of previously unbeaten LTU. And those were our awesome plays for this week. Which one was your favorite? Let us know at GMA Sports PH or NCAA Philippines, and we'll see you all again next time.
A lot of awesome plays early in the season, and a lot more to come for sure here in the NCAA Season 99. And before we turn it over, maya-maya, we have Prince Carlos who's with Lizelle Nervous. Is there any particular favorite of yours? Those mga awesome plays?
Lahat, of course. Basta under NCAA, we can always expect greatness sa atin. And grabe talaga yung mga plays. And of course, at the end of the day, it's a team effort. And of course, it's just a plus to see these amazing plays to get everybody going. Ikaw, may mga favorite ka ba dun?
Sinabi mo lahat, lahat na rin.
Tama, lahat na.
Tungo na tayo courtside. Lizelle Nervous is with Prince Carlos. Lizelle.
Thank you, Andre. And Andre, I'm now here with the key player of the Benilde Blazers, Prince Carlos. Prince, welcome. So congratulations sa game nyo. So I just wanted to ask a question. You guys were off to a slow start this season. Pero ngayon, may 3 consecutive wins na ang Benilde Blazers. So what do you think this means for the team?
It's a good sign for us kasi syempre momentum yan. I think we have 3 winning streak na ba?
Yes.
I think so. So it's a good sign for us, but we shouldn't be complacent. Kailangan kami magtrabaho talaga for every game because this season parang lahat ng teams equal lahat eh. So lahat talaga every game we need to be tough, we need to work hard talaga every game.
Alright, so let's talk about the game earlier. You guys were down a few points during the first half. So how did you guys pick up the pace or paano nyo na-pick up yung sarili nyo after that very disappointing first half na sinabi nga ni Coach Charles?
Siguro kasi nung second quarter we were a bit relaxed. So syempre during halftime we picked ourselves up. Nag-usap-usap kami na walang other option but to make bawi, di ba, second half. So yun, napakita naman sa second half na we worked a little bit harder. Mas gumanda yung offense namin, defensively also. So yun, grateful na nakuha namin yung panalo.
Alright, and let's talk about you. You are constantly improving this season. So ano nga ba yung mindset mo coming into your games?
Well, I still have a lot to improve on. It's a very tough role na maging point guard sa isang team, and syempre last season we had JC Collier, Jimboy Pastoran, and key losses talaga namin yung dalawa. But with the guidance of my coaches and teammates, parang mas napapadali yung buhay ko kasi tinutulungan nila ako. And ayun, that's the beauty of this season eh. Ang haba ng season, so every game there's a chance to improve. So yeah.
Alright, you heard that from Prince Carlos. Pero aside from basketball, may challenge ako for you today. So here we have this box full of questions. So may mga balls po tayo dito na may questions for every number na nandito. So pili ka ng 3 tapos sasagutin natin yan isa-isa. Okay? So are you up for the challenge?
Yes.
Alright, so pick your ball. Ayan, so ano kaya yung unang tanong kay
5.
Prince Carlos? Number 5. So let's see. Oh, okay. In 3 words, paano mo i-describe ang sarili mo?
Humble, God-fearing, and loving.
Wow, loving. Okay, God-fearing, and ano yung isa?
Humble.
Humble. Alright, that's from Prince Carlos. And another one. Okay, ano kaya ang pangalawang question?
7.
Number 7. Okay, number 7 is, ano ang ginagawa mo pag malungkot ka?
Usually kasi pag malungkot ako, nagpe-pray ako or listen to worship songs kasi it lifts me up.
Anong pinaka-favorite mong worship song?
Lihim.
Lihim.
Yeah,
Oh.
Hindi mo alam.
Okay, that's a nice worship song to listen to in the future. And for your last question, okay, go.
Sige, ito na.
Okay, ito na lang daw. Okay, number 17. Okay, ito ang kailangan natin alamin lahat. Sinong idol mong basketball player at bakit?
Idol ko si Miguel Locson.
Bakit?
On and off the court, idol ko yan. Very humble na tao and grabing work ethic niya. Parang Kobe Bryant talaga.
Wow, Kobe Bryant. Kobe nga ng Benilde Blazers. All right. If you have anyone to greet, now's the time.
Of course, I just want to greet the CSB community. Thank you for all the support and sana supportahan nyo kami throughout the season. And of course, my family, Carlos family, my parents, my girlfriend, Tuanyo family, Carlos family, my friends. Siyempre yung mga Room 209, Mark Sanko, Jimboy Pastoran, Zenry Carque. So, yun.
Alright, thank you so much, Prince Carlos. And that's all from the key player from the Benilde Blazers during this game. Pero abangan pa po natin sila sa kanilang mga games. Back to you, Andre and Andre.
Maraming salamat, Lizelle, and congratulations to Prince Carlos. He was huge in this game. 15 points, but as I said, that was especially that third quarter.
Oh, yes.
He was really the stabilizer for the Benilde Blazers as we take a look at the end game numbers here, Andre. And one thing that really stood out to you, kasi lamang dito ang Arellano sa second chance points, but what was really key para sa'yo for Benilde to eventually escaping with a win?
Well, of course, as much as we want to ignore the fact ng daming turnovers ng Benilde, they have 15 turnovers, pero nabawi naman nila sa mga assists. Why? Because they were unselfish. And the beautiful thing about it is na kahit alam naman natin nag-adjust sila nung second half pa lang, we can see that everybody was getting involved. Nobody was falling in love with forced shots from the outside because they were doing everything they can to execute those plays by Coach Charles. And yung maganda dito, they were attacking the basket. I know kanina pa akong redundant. Attack lang ng attack. But that's the most important thing because those are high percentage shots. At the same time, they know their teammates very well. So kahit wala yung ball or not looking at the ball, they just have to cut and they will be rewarded. Drop pass, ganun lang. So ganun lang kasimple if you just follow the offense of coach and the team. But yun nga lang, they had a difficult time kasi ang ganda rin ng depensa ng Arellano.
Well, the final score 72-66. Benilde escaping after trailing as much as 10, especially in that first half against the Arellano Chiefs. Now let's head back courtside. This time, Stephanie Benito is one of the guys that has been really playing solid the past few games. Her team captain, graduating senior Robbie Naive.
Thank you, Andre. Kasama ko nga ngayon ang bagong team captain ng Benilde Blazers na si Robbie Naive. Robbie, my first question I think would be, kamusta naman? Kamusta naman being the newest team captain? Added pressure ba ito o okay naman so far?
Personally, sobrang challenging siya. Lalo na I was coming off kay JC as a team captain siya last year and ako yung sumunod sa kanya. Medyo challenging talaga siya since yung culture na sinet ni JC is wala akong masabi. Wala akong mga comments sa sinabi niya and sa ginawa niya, and for me parang to continue it is parang super challenging talaga.
But I'm sure you're doing a great job so far being the team captain of Benilde Blazers. Pag-usapan naman natin yung laro nyo kanina. During the first half, medyo nahirapan ang team na nalamangan nga kayo ng Arellano Chiefs. But during the second half, maganda yung pinakita nyong laro. What's the secret behind that?
During the first half, our first quarter was great actually. And the second quarter lang, medyo we weren't able to execute things. We were rushing things. And with our turnovers na generate ng points yung Arellano, so that's when they made a run. So what I really gave emphasis lang on our halftime break was to take care of the ball and really we don't have to keep up with the pace ng Arellano kasi sobrang bilis talaga nila, and kami naman hindi naman ganun yung laro namin. We have enough talent, like Coach Charles is saying sa amin always, na we have enough talent to beat a team with our half-court offense.
Okay. Last question ka sa'yo would be, bilang player na nakapaglaro last season ng championship at player na nagli-lead ngayon ng Benilde Blazers para sa season na ito, anong difference na nakikita mo from last season to this season? Mas mahirap ba ang role na ginagampanan ng Benilde Blazers ngayong season?
Actually, yes. Without saying anything, si JC pa lang, yun na yung isang malaking bagay na nawala sa amin. And also Jimboy, their veteran presence really gives us a lot, lalo na sa confidence ng mga players. And now nawala sila, medyo challenging din siya for me since when I was under JC pa as his co-captain, parang I was his bad cup. So parang siya yung nagbo-boost ng morals ng player, and ako naman whenever things are not going our way or pangit yung pinapakita ng team, ako yung nagre-remind sa team na so ngayon parang kailangan ko siya i-balance ngayon since wala more on di masyado ma-vocal pa yung teammates ko, but we're still working on it naman.
Okay, thank you. So enough of the game question. Ngayon naman, dadako tayo. Gaya ng ginawa kanina ni Prince, Carlos at ni Lizelle. We'll have personal questions naman for you here. Bunot ka ng dalawa and then we'll answer it one by one. First question? Diba pumipili pa? Bawal pumili. Okay, number 8. Ano ang greatest dream mo?
The greatest dream ko is to win championships talaga. Kahit sa college and even sana pagdating sa professional level. And of course to reach the professional level kahit saan man, overseas or here.
I'm sure you are one of the people na kailangan i-look after ng mga audience and fans ng basketball, not only ng collegiate pati na rin sa future. Okay? If you have families, friends that you would like to greet, go ahead.
For all the fans supporting us, the Benilde community and all the fans supporting us, please continue to watch our games this season 99. Hope you guys continue to support the team, and yun lang. And binabati ko yung family ko sa Davao, sila Romel Duco and sila Ariza Rodriguez. Yun lang.
Ayan, again, maraming salamat, Robbie. Congratulations. Balik sa inyo, Andre and Andre.
Thank you, Stephanie Benito. And also, Robbie Naive has been really, really solid as we take a look at the updated team standings scoring. Ito si Naive, today, Naive had 11 points, but last game he had 20. So far, he's been really that stabilizer, keeping the ship of the Blazers steady. They're up 4-3, tied there in the middle, as you can see, EAC losing earlier today, GRU 4-3 as well. Your thoughts as we take a look at the quick glance on the team standings?
Ito, if we're talking about, of course, yung nanalo ngayon Benilde Blazers, we're used to them seeing them on the top. But ngayon, usually, they're right pretty much in the middle. But of course, if I'm not mistaken, no, Andre, next week is the final week for the first round. So
Correct,
in other
yeah.
words, na alam mo naman na di na pwede mag-relax. All teams cannot relax.
Yep.
They're supposed to have no more excuses and trying to get their rhythm kasi they almost went up against each other, so they should know the game plans beforehand. So to me, para sa akin, it's gonna be an exciting last few games kasi pagdating na ng second round, bakbakan na talaga to.
Just really unpredictable. Kasi ngayon, number 1 ang Mapua. Last weekend, LPU was up top. And now, we continue with more games because the Perpetual Altas, fresh off that victory over Letran earlier, will face the San Beda Red Lions, who also won yesterday. That will be at 2 p.m. on Tuesday, October 17th, followed by another exciting game between the LPU Pirates and the GRU Heavy Bombers. And all that will be live and exclusive on GTV. You can come here to the Phil Eco Oil Center in San Juan City if you want to watch it live. Andre, always a pleasure working with you. Last week it was your father. Today it was you. Anything you want to say before we say goodbye?
Sa atin lang, sino mas favorite mo? Papa Bear or...
Sa atin lang, ha?
Sa atin, hindi
Siyempre
tayo live.
ikaw,
Ayun!
Paras.
Yan yung tamang sagot.
Gwapo na, nakakatawa pa. Si Papa Bear nagdadabog last week kasi pinatayan ng aircon. Ikaw hindi ka nagdadabog.
Ay, hindi ako
Walang
ganyan.
attitude.
Baka mamaya, pag walang ka.
For Andre Faraz, I'm Andre Felix. And also, thank you to our courtside reporters, Lizelle Nieves and Stephanie Benito and Judy on the third game this Sunday. To everybody who worked hard, sa lahat ng mga hindi po nakikita behind the cameras, the Synergy team, Pacaseñas looking at me, gustong batiin ko, fine. Our director, always doing a fantastic job. The veteran Abet Ramos, our game producer, R. Romano, our floor director, Stephen Cruz. And to everybody, maraming salamat po sa inyong panunod ng NCAA ngayong weekend. Pahinga muna tayo, kita tayo ulit sa Martes. Dito lang sa Phil Eco Oil Center sa San Juan City. Stay safe, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you Tuesday for your NCAA Season 99 New Heroes of the Game, live only on GTV. God bless.